Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. We're now in 5 minutes away from kickoff at the London Stadium. It is West Ham United against Bournemouth. Thank you very much for joining me. Big game for West Ham. The afternoon results perhaps not going the way we would like, but I'll be honest with you, I don't see us catching Leeds and I don't see us catching Brighton. The more teams in it, the better. So I would have preferred Aston Villa and Brentford to have won today. But I'd be pretending if I said that I was gutted to see the goals going in. But I've just been watching the Villa Leeds game. Quite a good game, to be honest with you. Anyway, the teams are out there on your screen. The players may not be in the correct position just yet, as Opta need to rearrange a little bit. As you can see, they've got Thomas Souček playing right wing. They've got Wan-Bissaka centre-back. They've got Bowen up front. Fair play, they've got Hermansen in goal. They've got that bit right. They've got the rest of it wrong. Also, they've got Scarles in the starting 11, so they need to sort that one out. So just give the graphics just a couple of minutes to update if you don't mind. But I'll read through the West Ham team in just a moment. How you all doing in the live chat? You all doing good? I'm feeling quite nervous ahead of the game. Not as nervous as I was earlier on for some reason. This morning, like the last build up to this game today, like Thursday, Friday, I've been pretty nervous. Today I woke up really nervous. But those have eased off during the day for some reason. Anyway, a lot of optimistic West Ham fans, but there is a poll in the live chat currently. What do you think the outcome will be? West Ham win, draw, Bournemouth win, click whichever one you are predicting. Then as we get closer to the kickoff, we'll end the poll and see what everybody fancies. Right then, the West Ham team is as follows. In goal is Mads Hermansen. Forward at the back with Anna Wan-Bissaka at right back. Disasi partners Mavropanos at centre back, despite Jean-Claire Todibo being available. He is on the bench, and Juve continues at left back. In midfield, we've got Souček, Fernandez, and Magassa, with Bowen on the right, Somerville on the left, and Tate up front for West Ham today. I'll just read out the bench while we're here. It is scrolling along the bottom of your screen. We've got Areola, Roger Peters, Kilman. We've also got Todibo, Mayers, Kante, Scarles, Adama, and Wilson. That is the bench for the Hammers. Now, just give me 1 second. I'll get the Bournemouth one lined up for when I need it, because I've not got it. I know the starting 11, but that's it. What are we all thinking about the starting 11? Chat, what we're thinking? It's expected. It's the team that I thought it would be. I'm happy to see it. I understand why people would prefer Areola over Hermansen. I get it. You don't need to explain yourselves. I think I'm pleased to see he's gone with those two centre-backs. I think Todibo's been good, but Disasi and Mavropanos have been good individually and as a pairing, so I'm happy that he's continued with those two. Midfield, Magassa's coming in. He's got opportunities. He had some good games for us, a lot of average games, a couple of poor games as well. So he's going to have to step up today. Bowen, Somerville, Tate pick themselves. There's not very much options, if I'm honest with you. There's not much squad depth here. I did the video earlier. I thought he had maybe 3 options, but the third option was Wilson up front, and that one felt incredibly unlikely. So there was only really 2 options for him, which is Magassa or Todibo to replace the suspended Freddie Potts. We've got such a light squad, and we're not really missing anyone in particular. Well, Potts is suspended. Well, I suppose we've got Pablo's out as well. But even if you add them in, it still feels a little bit light, in my opinion. But I'm happy with the starting 11. It's the starting 11 I wanted to see. I still hope that we're not going to allow Bournemouth to shoot from distance. That's one concern I do have going into the game. That's my one worry. But hopefully we can prevent that or cut them out, kind of thing. The bench, I do have an issue with the bench. I just feel like we've got too many defenders on there, and it feels unnecessary. I don't think we need Kilman, Todibo, and Mayers on the bench. I don't think we need all 3 of them. I know people say, well, drop Kilman. He was never going to do that. I get it. But I would have put Orford on the bench over Mayers, or if you wanted to go wild card, put a Jallo on there. But we've gone from having too many central midfielders to not enough central midfielders very, very quickly, haven't we? Back at the start of January, we still had Andy Irving. We had James Ward-Prowse. We had Guido Rodriguez. they've all left and no one's coming to replace them. Now suddenly Potts is out and it's literally just one player. Potts is out and it's hello. Now, of course, we've got Lucas Paqueta missing as well. We sold him. So we've got rid of all the squad depth and we've got no one to replace them. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Let me just load up the page so that I can click on people. Grouch is saying, who will play the deeper role? I hope it's Fernandes. I'll be very, very disappointed if Fernandes is further forward. I don't want to see him. He is our best player, and he's playing really good football, and he's performing really well. So to move him to accommodate Magassa just feels like a really bad idea, in my opinion. I enjoy Fernandes picking the ball up from deep, and I enjoy his distribution, and he's got a variety of distribution as well, whether it's on the deck into the feet of his attacking players, whether it's going long, trying to get it in behind a fullback to Somerville and Jared Bowen. He's good at all of it. I think Fernandes in that deeper role is the first name on the team sheet, in my opinion. So I would put Magassa further forward. I know it's a little bit unusual, but I spoke about it when I was next to the lock Wednesday morning. If we go back to David Moyes' time at West Ham and how he utilised James Ward-Prowse as like a number 10, and again, it doesn't feel right, but it worked. Now, I know Ward-Prowse was, unpopular by the end of it, but a lot of his poor performances, in my opinion, came deeper in midfield next to Thomas Souček. But when Ward-Prowse was further up the pitch, he had some really good performances. That one against Arsenal in particular, he was incredible in that number 10 role because it requires high energy. In number 10 in Nuno's team, I don't think you're looking for the creativity. You look at Pablo. You're not looking for someone to get on the ball and start putting your strikers through and go. Ideally, that's what he would do. But Pablo wasn't doing that. Pablo was providing height, physicality, energy. And I think Magassa can maybe provide that as well. So that's why I would like to see him further up. It's a bit of an experiment. But what else we're meant to do? Right then, Avid saying they're on the lowest setting, so I'm hoping there's not too many. The last watch along just didn't earn enough money, so apologies. You're gonna have to put up with adverts today. This what you're looking at. This not only is it my job, but it costs money, so we need to fund it. So apologies, you're gonna have to put up with adverts. So feel a bit awkward, but anyway, right. And saying if that experiment, Magassa, if that experiment doesn't work, just pop Souček into the number 10. Yeah, and also you can, if Fernandes isn't working out in a deeper role for whatever reason, you could also move him further forward. Cockney Boy is saying the same thing. Put Souček in the number 10. I understand that. I think that makes sense. I think if he can get him further forward, it gets him in the box, and scored in his last game as well. So he did. At the start of the season, under Potter, Souček was providing goals. So fingers crossed. Be interesting to see what he does. What do we think he's going to do? Souček, Magassa, Fernandes. Which one would be the furthest one forward? Thinking back to the game against Man United, we didn't really have one, I don't think. Souček scored, so you'd possibly say him, but he wasn't. In the second half, I think he was pressing more from the front, Souček. He was getting on Martinez. But in the first half especially, I just felt like we just had like a flat three to some extent. Potts was deeper, of course, but Souček and Fernandes were right in the middle. What you're all thinking, who do you think would be the slightly forward one if there is one of them? Mike's saying he reckons it'll be Magassa. Dean is saying Fernandes, in his opinion, will be the one that's slightly further forward. Dean is saying that adverts are a way of popping up when there's a goal or controversial moment in the game. Yeah, to be fair, I get it, Dean. I hate it when I'm watching London 21s and there's adverts in there. I absolutely hate it, but I don't know. I don't know what I can do. We don't have a sponsor, so it's we need to fund it. West Iron saying he thinks Souček should be the number 10. Aswike is saying he thinks it'll be Magassa. Hammers99 says Souček 10 in possession and Magassa out of possession. That's interesting. See, I quite like that idea. I'm not against that. Wigson saying, I really don't fancy us with this game at all. Fingers crossed I'm wrong, but I've got the feeling too many opportunities lost to catch the pack. This may be another one of those. Sign saying Magassa, Deeper, Souček and Fernandez will take turns as the attacking midfielder. Stuart saying all three will rotate in and out. Maybe. I would just be disappointed if we see Fernandez further up. Saying that, if Fernandez goes and scores, I'd be like, hey, happy days. But I'd miss him in that deeper role. Avid saying, hopefully it's Magassa. Don't change Fernandez's role. It's been working. Right, we're going to do a little bit of Bournemouth now. Opta's still not saying the lineups have been confirmed. What's taking them so long? Been out for 20 minutes. Right, where are we? Here is the Bournemouth starting 11. In goal is Petrovic with Truffert at left back. Centre back, they've got Senesi and Hill with Jimenez at right back. In central midfield, they've got Tyler Adams and Alex Scott. Cooper Jr. playing just behind Evan Nielsen with Hyan on the right and Adley on the left. That's the Bournemouth starting 11. I'll talk you through their bench now so I can put my phone down. Mandaz is on the bench alongside Brooks and Christie. Smith is on there with Tavernier. He was injured, so he's back from injury. And Diakite. Unal's on the bench alongside Toth, and Miloslavic is on the bench as well. Unal, he gives me like PTSD. Remember when we played Bournemouth under Lopetegui, remember? We were 1-0 up. We scored very late. We scored very, very late on and made it 1-0. And it was in December. And I remember it very well because I was in hospital. So we scored late on, and Unal came in off the bench and scored that free kick. And then when we played Bournemouth earlier on this season, I remember saying, I thought he was dead. I've not seen him, right? He came on. I didn't even know he still played for Bournemouth. What's going on here? And he scored again. Bloody hell. So we know what's going to happen. We're going to be leading. That Haley bugger's going to come off the bench and he's going to score an absolute beauty. And there's nothing we can do about it. The universe has dictated Unal must score against West Ham. The universe has chosen it, not us. Goals face the same. Fernandez, who stayed deep. Magassa attacking midfield when out of possession. Souček went in possession. I quite like that. I quite like a couple of what a couple of people are suggesting there with the in possession, out of possession between the Souček and Magassa thing. Love for all saying we finally have a defender to come on and close the game if needed. See, that's the thing, right? When people suggested, back three, and you think it's Todibo, the idea of Todibo, Disasi, and Mavropanos Seattle game, it doesn't scare me as much. So I feel like I've discovered it's maybe not the back three that I dislike. I do dislike it, but I think it's Kilman coming on that I hate. I would say, does that make sense? It does make sense. That cannot not make sense. As for the Bournemouth 11, expected, no surprises there. Maybe Tyler Adams being fit enough to start is a plus for them. And then having Tavernier on the bench is another boost. So there's a good bit of team news for Bournemouth fans ahead of this one. But the rest of it picks itself. Cooper Jr. coming in for Ryan Christie. Christie started against Everton, but I think they were a bit flat. I didn't watch the game, but I believe they were a bit flat against Everton until they went down to 10 men, and they turned it around in 1-2-1. But the changes made a big difference in that game, I believe. So Cooper Jr. coming in, Ryan Christie dropping to the bench. Mancunian saying back three, it's a back five. Actually, it's a back 11. I like to describe formations how it looks in possession. I think it's easier to do it, but I get what you're saying. It is very defensive. It's the attitude as much as the players on the pitch. We're saying I have a feeling Palace are going to take our place in the bottom three come the end of the season. I've got a feeling Glasnow's going to get sacked. He's certainly wanting to be sacked. In a weird way, I think Palace, if we don't lose today, if Palace win against Wolves, it might actually be not a bad thing for us. It's short-term pain, long-term gain kind of thing. Because if they get beat by Wolves, while it would be, yay, Palace have lost, let's get them in, I think they might sack Glasner. It might convince them to sack him. But if Palace win, it gives them that stay of execution, but it doesn't mean that they're a good team. It just means they're beating the team that's 20th in the league, and that's it. So, short-term pain, long-term game. It's difficult to feel like anything's happening except Forest. It's difficult to feel like we can catch anyone except Nottingham Forest at this point. We've just got to win. We've just got to bloody win. John saying results of others going against us, we can only concentrate on ourselves. See, I'm a bit of both because I watch so much football. And it's hard for me. Like, I watched the Leeds Villa game. I didn't have to watch that. I could have watched Brentford Brighton, or I could have watched Chelsea Burnley. I opted for Villa Leeds. I thought it would be the better game, and also do a podcast with a Leeds fan every week. So I feel like I kind of need to watch them. But when I watch Forest tomorrow, and I will. But I get what John's saying, which is unless we win our set of fixtures, doesn't really matter what any other teams do, does it? We have to win ours, otherwise we're down. There's no two ways about it. It's just difficult. I see a lot of people talking about Leeds at the minute, but I just didn't think we'd, quite a few weeks now, since they beat Nottingham Forest, to be honest, since they beat Forest, I thought that's it. We're not catching Leeds United. If anything, the best we can hope for there is they continue to be okay, then come the end of the season, it doesn't matter for them because their second last game of the season's at home, and that'll be like a party atmosphere. They've stayed up. It'll be like, let's celebrate. We've avoided relegation, etc., etc. So hopefully by match day 38, they're not that harsh. There'll be some players maybe going to the World Cup. I don't know enough about Leeds' players internationally, but surely there's a few players going to the World Cup in that Leeds team. They'll be thinking, I don't want to play. Thank you very much. I'll sit out of this one. I'm off to the World Cup soon. I'm going to have a break. Don't want to get injured. So we've just got to win today, and then see what happens. But listen, if Leeds can go to Ellenwood, if Leeds can go to Villa Park and win, we can go to Villa Park and win. We nearly beat them at the London Stadium. We nearly beat them. It took a wonder goal, and I know people say we sat back, etc. But I didn't think we did against Villa. I didn't think we did sit back. I think we just got done by an incredible strike by Morgan Rogers, which is frustrating, but they can struggle against low block sides, Aston Villa. It's not a fixture that carries the same weight of fear as Manchester City does, even though we're playing at home against them. Right then, let's turn to live chat, see what you're all saying. Dean saying Leeds and Brighton are not serious contenders, or were not serious contenders for relegation. It's between us and Nottingham Forest. Steve saying, given who we're playing the next few games, if we don't win today, I fear that could be it. Gary said, if we need 6 wins, where are they coming from? As someone said, we need 6 wins. In the chat, Hammerboy08 saying these other results going against us are so depressing, but in all honesty, it's our own desperation that's led me to believe we have a chance to catch Brighton or Leeds. That hope has ended. I get that, actually. I get that. See, there's a couple of posters. Well, actually, there's one subscriber in particular who's convinced I think we're staying up. Even though I've been saying for ages I think we'll go down. But because I'm feeling quite positive about things, and I think we will pick up a decent amount of points between now and the end of the season. He's like, well, you think we're staying up, but I don't. And I keep trying to explain. I think we will get an okay amount of points between now and the end of the season. I think we will pick up more points than other teams between now and the end of the season. Unfortunately, I think the teams that will pick up an equal amount of points to us are those we're trying to catch, and the teams we pick up more points than are either too far away. Well, they're too far away. Let's just say Brighton, for example. I think there was a possibility we pick up more points than Brighton between now and the end of the season, but is it enough to bridge that gap and overtake Brighton? I don't think so. I think the gap's too big. So that's what it is. I think we'll do okay between now and the end of the season. I think we'll do fine, but there's just too much work to do. There's too much of a gap. Hammerboy saying, seems as though our hope is now against Forest, a one-on-one battle. Maybe Palace get dragged into it with Spurs, I hope. James saying we need the teams above us to drop regardless of how we play. We can play as well as we want. If the teams don't dip in form, then it's meaningless. See, that's my point. That's my pushback when people say, like, what you're worrying about other teams for. I think, well, because we need them to lose. We're not going to win every game, so we need a team to be in poor form. Simple as that. It's Wayne's birthday. Wayne, happy birthday. I hope you're right. 3 points for your birthday. I hope you are right. But happy birthday, regardless of what happens at the London Stadium. I hope you have an absolute belter of a day. Dal is saying, Bagassa can play like he did against Man United first time round. He will be fine. Edmund said, Edmund, ignore the... It's causing confusion, so let me just pause the carousel. Let's just pause it there so that the lineup doesn't come up. That's not the team, Edmund. It's not the lineup. It's Opta really slow for some reason. Alex, it sounds like you're sitting on the fence. Alex, listen very carefully. I cannot be more clear about this. I think we are getting relegated. There's no fence. I think we're getting relegated. I don't know how much clearer I can be. Do you understand now? Because it's very frustrated when you sit here every week and you say, I think we're going down. I think when people go, oh, you're on the fence. What more can I say? I think we are going down. I think we are getting relegated. Alex! Do you want my hearing aid, Alex? Do you want my hearing aid? Anyway, right then. Czech saying those 4 must-win games over December and got 1 draw will come back to haunt us. Yep. Ionic saying we don't need to look at any other team. We need to look at ourselves and be the best we can. We will be okay. We will agree to disagree, Ionix. But we've been doing that for a few weeks. Avid bet builder. Yes! I forgot. Alex is saying he was trolling. Yeah, okay. You got me. Well done. Alex won. Gio nil. Anyway. It's a reflection of arguing people. Right then. Bet builder time. Let's have it. What we're fancying in the live chat. Is there anything in particular we're all fancying? Let me load up the game. West Ham, Bournemouth. Let's have a look. What we're going to do. What we're going to go for. Lewis reckons highest scoring game. I think so as well. I'm quite confident that both teams are going to score and there's going to be quite a few goals. So let's whack a bit of over 2 goals in. I'm okay with that. Hammerboy away and Avid saying Bourne to score. Nick saying Bourne to score. All right, let's do a bit of Bourne to score a goal. Jared Bourne to score a goal. What was it? What else? It's come up on my phone. Aston Villa have just scored. I've turned it off. I'm not watching it. Some of you lot are going to get hope. Right, what else we're fancying? Everyone's talking about the Villa goal now, understandably. Josh is saying both teams to score, Bourne goal, West Ham win. Do we fancy the West Ham win? I always get a bit worried putting that in. Don't like relying on... I don't like relying on West Ham to win. Essex is saying Tati yellow card. See, he could be... I don't know if he's good odds anymore. His odds disappeared quick. Do you know, we got on it on Hammers Chat a few times, didn't we? And then the odds shrunk because the bookies were pricing it up wrong. They started pricing it up correctly. Who's the referee today? Let's have a little look and see who the referee is. The referee today is Barrett. I don't know his statistics off the top of my head, so let's have a little gander. Where are you? All right, 3.73 yellow cards on average per game. So the referee's okay for a card. He doesn't mind it. So check shot on target. People are saying that's Gondo's bet. He's not here. We're not getting it. Right, Avid and a couple of other people are saying Magassa card. So we'll put that in. I'll go with the chat. Magassa card. Where are you? That'll do. And then I'll add in my Somerville to be fouled twice because it always wins except last week. Last week was the week we needed it to win. It was the only thing that didn't win. That'll do. £100. It's not much, but we'll do it. 100 quid, right? 100 quid. If this bet wins. Over 2 goals in the game. Jared Bourne to score. Magassa to get booked. And Somerville to be fouled twice. And Burnley have just scored at Stamford Bridge. Bloody hell. Chelsea won. Burnley won. Yeah, so that's the bet. Over 2 goals. Bourne to score. McGassard be booked. Somerville will be fouled twice. There you go. If that bet wins, someone gets 100 quid. There's no phrase that pays because I need the live chat. I can't have everyone spamming a phrase into the live chat. Just give me your thoughts on the game, your West Ham team, whatever. Avid, honestly, it's one every week. The bet's got let down every week by Gonzo's bloody picks. The week his picks win, Somerville only gets fouled once. But to be fair, I do think he got lobbed around the pitch on a few occasions against Man U. He should have won. It's frustrating. Anyway, right. Where are we? I was going to click on someone's comment. Roger says Bournemouth to score from outside the box. If that was a thing you could do, I would do it. I don't know if you can bet on that. I know you can bet on certain players, individual players, but I don't know if you can bet on just Bournemouth to score from outside the box. If so, I'd consider it, Roger. It does worry me a little bit. If anyone has I've done one bet for the game. It won a few weeks ago against Chelsea, and I've done it every game since, and it's not won since. Okay, so it won against Chelsea, and the same bet has lost every game since. But the odds are 66-1 today. Fernandez 2 shots on target from outside the box at Bet365. Don't know what it is on Paddy Power. Let me have a look. Let me check what Paddy is for anyone interested. Possibly no one, but that's my 20-1. He's 20-1 on Paddy Power for 2 shots on target outside the box, but he's 66-1 for 2 shots on target from outside the box with Bet365. Anyway, that's my own little flutter for today's game. Anyway, please keep getting your thoughts into the live chat. Scott's saying we're winning today. Come on, you Irons. I just want to say a massive thank you to 3 people. Quiz for his continued support of the channel. It's very, very kind of you, Quiz. Thank you very much. Sketch says we can do this. Come on, you Irons. And Hammers Chat. Thank you, Sketch. Pleasure. You're very, very kind. And also to Brian, with his nice David Sullivan picture there, saying Bowen Masterclass incoming 3-1 final score. Bowen Brace. Thank you to you 3 for your support. A lot of 3-1s. A lot of 3-1s. Predictions in the live chat, I noticed. Jack Tar saying, when you do pre-game interviews with opposing podcasters, have you ever thought of doing a post-game one? The thing is, they give up their time anyway. I will say this. I've only ever had to pay one fan to come on as a guest. I've only ever had to pay one. I'm not going to say who it was, and it's probably not the one you're thinking of. You'll all think of one. You won't. If I told you who it was, you'd all go, who? So there's only ever been one fan I've had to, and it wasn't much, and I don't mind it to some extent because they're giving up their time. But that's why it's difficult to get people to come on. I feel bad asking them to come on for 20 minutes to do the preview, so to get them to come on to do the review as well might be a big ask. Although I do maybe have another Bournemouth fan. There's maybe another Bournemouth fan that I can ask to come on and do a review. Possibly, if people are bothered. I don't know if it's a thing. Don't know. I just want to click on this and just shut this one down. We've paid guests before, by the way. I'm talking about like non-celebrities or ex-players. We've paid plenty ex-players before as well. But Chris Sakabusi, I will say this. Chris Sakabusi has never, ever, 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 ever charged anything. And I know you might be joking, Wiggins. I know, but that's a dangerous thing to joke about, in my opinion. To joke that a celebrity gets paid a lot of money from us, I think it's possibly a little bit naughty because someone else might read it and think it's true. But Akabusi's never, ever, ever nothing. He came on when we had like 1,000 subscribers as well, and he just watches. Roger, no, we've spoken about Harry Redknapp before. I don't mind saying it. I'll say it again. Harry Redknapp, when he comes on, he asks for a donation of any sort. He doesn't ask for a particular value. He just asks for a donation to be made to a guide dogs charity. That's it. Again, he's never, ever, ever asked for a penny or anything like that. He's just asked that we just put a little donation into the guide dogs charity, which we do. So whenever Harry Redknapp comes on, the guide dogs charity gets a payment from us just to say thank you for Harry coming on. So he's never charged us. Now, I'm not going to keep playing this game because eventually you're going to put up a player that we have paid, and I'm not going to say we've not paid that one, and it's going to be obvious, and I don't want to do that because I think it's a bit naughty. Anyway. Right then. Irish Dean saying, seeing Leeds and Burnley get points at Chelsea makes it worse how much we bottled it at Stamford Bridge. It is a bit frustrating. Jamie saying, do I have adverts on the watch along? I do. Robert, I'm going to stick with 1-1. My prediction before the game was 1-1. I'm going to stick with that. I think we'll play well. I think it'll be a good game. And I think it'll be an entertaining game. But I just think it'll be a draw. That's all. I'm looking forward to it, though. I am looking forward to see what happens. I think we can win. Likewise, I think Bournemouth can win. Now, Alex, you can put it into live chat. Now I'm sitting on the fence, right? But my prediction is 1-1. But fingers crossed that we can get a win. Denny's saying 1-1 as well. I really don't think we can keep pace with the teams above us come the end of the season. Everyone's saying yes, Dave B. What did Dave B say? Where is he? Where's Dave B? I don't know what Dave B said. I was going to click on you, Dave B, but I can't. Don't know what you said. It's gone. I can't read it, Dave B. I'm sorry. Alan saying, personally, I don't think we have just enough games and points to stay up, and this game will be telling. I think 2-1 to Bournemouth. Should have started Wilson with Tati. 4-4-2. Other people have said thanks, Dave. What's Dave said? Where's Dave B? Right, I'm going to scroll. I'm on a mission now. Dave B, I'm going to find you. Here we go. Oh, for God's sake. He'd be interested in Sydney Sweeney's thoughts on the game. All that to read that. Anyway. Iron saying 3-1, easy win, 2-0 up in 10 minutes. I think we'll be winning at half time if you want a more accurate prediction. I think we might be winning at 1-1, but we'll go 1-0 up and then it'll be 1-1. Mike saying it's no one's business who we pay. The thing is, I think we are quite transparent, I think, at Hammers Chat, Mike. I think we try to be anyway. We've got the behind the scenes podcast over on Patreon where we answer honestly about Hammers Chat. And, you know, like I said, does any other content creator that you watch share how much they earn in a month? We did that last year. We shared how much we earned in a month on Hammers Chat. We try to be transparent as much as we can. Some of them do raffles. We'll say what the money's for because sometimes it's just income for us. Most of the time, it's to generate funds for something. Our next raffle is we did get something new at Hammers Chat HQ. Do you want to? There we go. Get that off gently because there's 3 up there. We got something new at Hammers Chat HQ. It arrived yesterday. We purchased this, and it's going to be. I don't know what we're going to do, but we do have a version of this for next season. I'll tell you more. Have a look at this. Match worn. Against Aston Villa in 2020. Ooh. Beautiful. Beautiful shirt. Beautiful shirt. Yeah. So this is what we spend the Surfshark money on. So when we got paid by Surfshark, we just use the money. So when you put up the brand deals on here, we'll often use the money to buy stuff for giveaways and raffles and stuff like that. So that's what we've got our hands on now. And next season, so we've had to come up with plans. It's a bit of a behind the scenes bit. We've got half an hour till kickoff, though. I'm by myself. Come on, get on. There we go. So next season, what we're going to do is we're going to do more raffles, but what we're planning on doing is in the summer putting up like a schedule of the raffles so that you know what the top prize is in August, September, October, November. We're going to do it monthly, and the reason is because we're expecting to get relegated. I am. We're planning what can we do to generate more income for Hammers Chat so we can continue doing this as our job. That's essentially what we're doing. So we thought we'd do a monthly one. We're doing raffles every 2 months at the minute, so we thought we'd do them monthly. That would be better. So we're getting stuff in now so that every month next season we'll do a raffle. But in July, you will know what the top prize is in April, and there's going to be at least one match-worn Pablo Fanal shirt, not that one, match-worn Aaron Craswell shirt, and a match-worn, I think, Michael Antonio shirt, and I think there's a match-worn Carlton Cole shirt, I think, and there's other ones as well. But some raffles have got 2 match-worn shirts because we've got a match-worn Carl Jenkinson shirt, so that's not going to be the top prize. That'll be like the second or third prize in the raffle. So there we go. That's what we're going to be doing next season. So we'll schedule it. So if people, because I also often feel guilty, if people buy raffle tickets for a raffle in, say, January, and in March we go, oh, this is a raffle, and people go, oh, I would have preferred a ticket for this one, but I did it in January. So that way, if you only want to buy one raffle ticket all season, you can laser focus which one you want. Which one do you want? Anyway, right, let's turn to the live chat. Hammer Boy, we've got a couple of contacts now. We know a couple of agents or players and stuff like that, so we've got a couple of useful contacts when it comes to getting stuff. But if there is anything in particular you want, feel free to message. I'll do my best to help. But they're not cheap. That's what I will say. They're not cheap. We've got some signed things. That Finals one isn't signed. It's just worn. But we've got some signed, not match worn. We've got some match worn but not signed. And now and again, we've got 1 or 2 that are both, but not very much. Not very much. Speedy is saying, it's none of my concern. I don't really care how much TalkSport or Sky pay their guests. Why would this be any different? I don't know. Some people are. It doesn't bother us. I guess it's because we're asking people to join Patreon and stuff like that. And I just feel like we feel like it's the right thing to do. Jay is saying, confident you'll be fine either way. Our subscribers come for your content. The league matters not. Best West Ham channel out there. Thank you, Jay. Peter saying, why would it change? Just because there's less eyes on the Championship than there is on the Premier League. That's all. So we're unsure. We might be okay. We might be all right. Nothing might change, but it would be very naive and foolish for us to assume everything will remain the same and then be like, oh no, we've gone down. Income's gone down. Now what we're going to do? That would be a stupid thing to do. So we're planning. Listen, we stay up and we're doing the raffles. Happy days. But yeah, we're trying to put things in place. John is saying he'd be happy to consider selling his Bowen 250 appearance shirt on Sure and Value. Difficult. The thing is, Bowen's an easy one to get. I probably got about 4 Bowen ones sat here. I'm trying to think what that is down there. I've been sorting through it, but everything's been in a suitcase, and it's not my suitcase. So it's Lauren's auntie's suitcase, but we used it for moving everything over. And I put all the Hammers Chat shirts, the signed stuff in the suitcase, but they obviously need it back at some point, so I've had to unload it. But I've been sat labelling everything up, and I know you lot take the piss. Gonzo takes the piss out of me as well for labelling up all my shirts so that they can go in the wardrobe, so I know what's what and stuff like that. But I don't care. That's what I'm doing. I'm sat labelling up stuff at the minute so that I know what's what. Hammer Boy saying, recommend making use of TikTok. We're going to try it, but I don't know if... I think we might need like a TikTok geek that can help us. I don't know. There's got to be a TikTok geek. I don't know if Alice posts anything. She's got the TikTok. She does her Instagram and TikTok, but I think she's more Instagram than TikTok. But we've just let her set it all up and leave her with it. Reagan saying, I've a signed Billy Bond shirt in a frame, seen better days, not match one. Yeah, keep that, Rigson, because everything that's happened with Billy and stuff, just keep it. Just, if you can, obviously if you need the money, sell it. But I think as long as it's in okay condition, good condition, don't take, don't know, 250, 300, don't take less than that. That's my opinion. I wouldn't take less than 250, 300 for a Billy Bond shirt personally. And Brian saying, you guys have a shirt that you have rarely showing. It's the one I want. It's literally there, Brian. It's just off. It's just behind the camera because I've got some things in bags. This is how geeky I am, right? So I've been taking everything out the case one by one, labelling it up, coat hanger, goes in the wardrobe, beautiful. But I've actually got some shirts in bags, and I'm come on to them now, and I'm like, what do I do? Do I take them out of the bag? Or do I leave them in the bag, and then what do I do with them in the bag? Do I have somewhere for them? And I know for a lot of people, it's like you just do this or that, but I don't know, it's actually stressed me out as to which I do. But I've got the England shirt. If anyone doesn't know what he's on about and wants to see it, I'll get it. It's not that special. Well, it is special, but it's not fancy. But if anyone wants to see it, I'll go get it. I'll happily get up. Iron saying, with your prediction is 1-1. That's why we're getting relegated. I mean, I don't know if you mean because I'm predicting 1-1 or because you think it's going to be 1-1 as well, and that's why we're going to go down. But if it's the former, I'm pretty sure my prediction doesn't have an impact on the game. I hope we win. Trevor saying a win would put us 27 points from 27 games. That point per game form would be good enough to keep us up. We're certainly not. Yeah, we win today. It's game on. It is absolutely game on if we can win today. Difficult, but Brendan saying it's harder to get match-worn stuff in the US. Hey, we post worldwide. 2 of our raffle winners the last 2 months have been over in the States. I know about it because it costs like 25 quid to post it. Wayne has some signed Sufal stuff I could offer for the auction. Feel free to email us if you're getting rid of it, Wayne. If anyone's ever getting rid of memorabilia, we'll consider everything. You might not get how much you want though, because also we need to make a bit of money on it. And not only that, it's like I feel like I know what I can pay for stuff now. Danny, what is a rare shirt you would pay money for? I don't know. I don't know if there is one. Got me thinking now. Obviously, we tried. There was an auction not long ago, and Frank Lampard's shirt from the 1980 final came up. And we tried to get it. And it went for like 4 or 5 times the value. Like for the estimation, it went 4 or 5 times the estimated price, and we were in it. We were trying to get it. It was just we were out well before they got finished. But that's possibly the only thing something like that, like a one-off, like a match-worn shirt from a final. Right, Ronnie Boyce's one was up as well, but it went for like 11, 12 grand. It went for. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Maka, do we sell match-worn shirts on Patreon? No, we've never sold a match-worn. The only match-worn shirt we've sold is a Caduce one, and we got mugged off by it because we did like an auction, and it was only like a couple of years ago. We did an auction on YouTube, and the person that was the highest bidder just didn't buy it. He bid like a lot more than everyone else as well. So I went back to the person that was the second highest bidder, and I had to tell him what happened. So he then reduced like his offer. So we ended up making like what we were hoping to make on the Caduce match worn shirt. We got a lot less for it. So because of that, we've just not done it again. We thought, nah, bugger it. We only, it's the first time we've ever auctioned off a match worn shirt, and we had a really bad experience. So we've just not done it. Not bothered. Brian won the raffle before, received it within a month in the States. DeCanio, Captain's Armband. There you go. Shep's got a Cotty signed England top. Maybe we'll do this one day when we do Cup of Tea. We can see what everyone's got in their collection. I like knowing what people have. Toby saying, I looked at our schedule coming up. It's going to be hard for us to stay up if we don't come up with 3 points today. Rickson saying, has anyone bought one of those uber expensive top signed cards? No, but if you want to talk about signed cards, Frankie's your man. Frankie absolutely loves them. Frankie does card breaks. He does card breaks on Whatnot, where he buys the box for like $1,000 and everyone pays, £50, £100 for the team. And if a card comes out with that team, you get the card. And some people's cards are worth like hundreds of pounds. So he does card breaks, and he does the shows, the card shows. He goes to them, and he's one of the traders there. So if anyone's into the card stuff, Frankie is your man to speak with. I've got a small collection. Oh, they're in the drawer outside. I've got a small collection of the signed cards. But right, give me 1 minute. I'm gonna get geeky. Right, just give me a minute. I'm gonna get the thing that Brian likes, and I'm gonna go get my cards because they're just out there in the drawer that's not been put in my desk yet. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. We're gonna get geeky. That's the shirt on my chair. Let me get my cards. 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm back. Right. That's the shirt. This is the drawer. I told you my drawer's just not gone back yet. And in here is where I've got... Oh, they're not here. What the hell? I thought they were in here. Alright, turns out they're not in here. Oh, fuck. I got this for someone. I need to post this. It's Oh, pissing hell. Apologies to that person. I'm going to leave that out so I remember. Where's my bloody cards? Someone's robbed my cards. Nah. I know where they are. 1 second. 1 second. Chat. Turns out I don't know where they are. They're in a pencil holder. I don't know. Anyway, they're not here. Frankie's not had them. Frankie would be annoyed. He gave me some. They're in a pencil holder. I know that, because I don't have that many. But this is the... I am a mess, sorry. Sorry, everyone. Hopefully no one wanted to see the cards. Everything's... I don't know. Anyway. Right. I've got your shirt, Brian. I do, Harvey. Oh, for God's sake, I want to find them now for anyone wondering. Hang on a minute. Where are they? Who's robbed me cards? Who's robbed me cards? Found them. Found them. Found them. Here we go. Here we go. Right. Kick off in 14 minutes. We're doing fine. Here's the cards I've got. Right. I don't have many. Right. I don't have many. It was one of those things that I liked the idea of it, but it felt expensive. But Frankie absolutely loves them. So what have I got? These are rubbish. These are Carlton Cole, match attacks, right? But hang on a minute, there are better ones. Not those ones. Where are we? Here we go. Right, what we've got here? We've got a Lanzini with a patch. Lanzini, that's a bit of Lanzini's match-worn shirt in there. Number, I don't know, 94 of 99. They're not good. I don't have good cards, by the way. Frankie's got the good stuff. Fabianski, match-worn patch, signed. I don't know what crap number. A Declan Rice one from the Euros. They're always good because when they're sort of breaking through. Timothy Weah, because I was convinced he was going to go on and become a top player. I've got Rivaldo and Paqueta. I used to love Rivaldo. So it's a match-worn Rivaldo patch and a match-worn Paqueta patch. Barcelona, and what it says on the back, Rivaldo from 97, 98, and then Paqueta wore this shirt against Wolves in December. So Rivaldo, Paqueta. What else have we got? Another Lanzini, Michael Antonio, Balbuena. Balbuena, 3 of 20. Balbuena. And then I've got John Stones. I don't know why. I've just got a John Stones one. Match worn. And then... here we go. Ready? You can't see the name. Who's the player? I expect you to know. Some of you will know who this is. There you go. Guess who that is, chat. Guess who that is? Match worn. Patch. But it's not a very good player. Come on, chaps. Someone will get this right. Someone will get this right. And they can go back in the cupboard now. Harvey, well done. I thought it looked a bit like Matt Jarvis, Alan, but it's not. It's Rat. There he is. Match worn shirt. Anyway, there you go. That's my cards. I don't have many. Frankie's your man. But this is Brian's shirt. Well, it's not. It's Hammer's Chat's shirt, but it's a shirt that Brian wants. It's a shirt that Brian loves. So there you go. England shirt when England played Malta in 2016. It's a player shirt, and it smells of Vaseline, the vapor rub, whatever it is. Antonio. So Michael Antonio was called up to the England squad 4 occasions, pulled out of one of them. So he was in the England squad on 3 occasions, and he never played. So this is the shirt that was made for him for that game against Malta, but he obviously didn't wear it. Although it smells like he put it on. It's got a Patrick Vieira patch going on his chest. There you go. Antonio's England shirt. One of a kind. Well, there's not. There's another 2 in the world at least. But there you go. That's what That's what we've got. There you go. The England shirt. England, Antonio won against Malta. Wait. There you go. Correct, Wayne. Against your one. Right then, 10 minutes till kick-off. Keep your eye on next season. Keep your eye for next season. That's all I'm saying. Keep your eye on next season. Let me get the game loaded up. Right, and I just want to say a massive thank you. Paul, no, but you can get like Alan Kirbishley's training top if you want. I just want to say a massive thank you to Lee. Saying 3-1 West Ham. There's always hope. Wiggins, thank you very much. £5 towards the Sydney Sweeney Fund. And thank you to Katie. £5,000 vet bill. I hope you had insurance. And you didn't need to do that. Honestly, that's why adverts are on. Oh, wow. Thank you to Huggin. And thank you so much. And keep up the great work. That's how I stay in touch with West Ham news here in Kansas. Hopefully 3-0 win. But I'm also a realist. So probably at best a squeaky bum 1-0. Thank you. Right. Thank you to those lot. And because I feel guilty, I'm going to turn the adverts off for the live stream, like for the actual game. Okay, I'm going to turn them off. Let me do just that now. 8 minutes till kickoff, plenty time. Plenty time. Right, monetization. Manual, none. Done. Right, okay. There you go. There you go. Thanks to that lot in the live chat. I've turned the adverts off. Thank you very much. Right then, I am going to now... Hammerboy saying, does Frankie have a channel? He does. He's on Whatnot, right? Let me see if I can find it. I downloaded it just to support him, really. Have I deleted Whatnot already? I don't know if I've got it anymore. He's definitely got it. I'll get him to say something on a video. Right. End poll. Right then, in the live chat, I asked people what they thought their outcome of the game was going to be. 1,200 people voted. Thank you very much. 66% of you reckon West Ham will win. 23% have gone for a draw. And just 11% have gone for a Bournemouth victory tonight. A lot of optimism in the live chat. The 3-1 is sticking around. The 3-1 is by far the most popular prediction in the live chat. Anyway, I hope you're all right. Pandev saying we always seem to draw against them. Last 5 games have been draws. Yeah, we've not lost against them. Is it 10 games? I think it's 10 games. Paul, it's too hot in here. I'll tell you why. The house is cold, so the girls have come home, complained it's cold, put the heating on, and it's too hot. But I'm hoping it'll cool down eventually. That's why I'm rosy-cheeked. I'm very warm. I appreciate I'm wearing a jumper, but I didn't want to put the heating on. Essex, thank you very much. Very, very kind of you. Thank you very much for your support. Paul saying, don't think anyone begrudges the ads. I know, but I still feel guilty. Fluffy saying, to all... Kurt saying, stick to shirts. Lanzini would be the one. What do you mean? Let me know what you mean. Because if you're meaning what I think you mean, then under that shirt, there's 3 here. But you might be, yeah, it's that one there. Alan saying 2-1 Bournemouth. Paul saying 1-1. Chippy saying 2-1 West Ham. Hammer 1984 saying 3-3. Bloody hell. Paul's got an ongoing battle in his house with the heating, and that he's always losing. Yeah, I win sometimes, but it's not. When we first moved in, I think it's because I've got like PTSD. When we first moved in, And it was the Saturday, maybe the 7th of December we moved in, or the 6th, whatever it was. And I was moving stuff with friends and family. And Lauren was just in the house with Grace and also like a couple of friends like that also have kids, and they weren't moving stuff. So the heating was on, and it annoyed me a little bit because obviously the bloody door was on, blah, blah, blah. The door was opening and closing all the time. But anyway, we didn't have a smart meter in the rented house. I don't like them. I don't like the idea of them because I can't stop looking at it. But we're in the rented house. The bill was about 80 quid in the summer, spring and autumn. And in winter, it was maybe £150 a month or something. It was okay. It was what I would call manageable. And, well, to be fair, it's what I would call cheap. Anyway, the first day we were here, Saturday was the first day we were here, and I went to the downstairs toilet, and the smart meter was plugged in prior to us arriving, and it was there, and it was like 8 p.m. or something. It was £9 for the day, £9 for the day. I nearly had a heart attack. So since then, I've ran around turning all the heaters off and stuff like that. So now when she wants it on, it's almost like an argument. I'm like you, Paul. I'm like, no. But then I get the whole, Grace is cold, and she is, etc. But, wow, Mark, thank you. Thank you so much. Mark, very, very kind of you. He's saying, results not going our way today. We definitely need 3 points. Hope you're well. Gonzo got Zippy's haircut with the funds. Hope you're all good. And get something good. Thank you, Mark. I'll tell you what I will get. I'm going to get something from my dartboard. I need to get the surround for the dartboard. And I need to get a mat to measure the arc. So I'm not putting anything permanent on the floor. So I'm just going to get a mat that I can roll up and put it away. And then when I am using a dartboard, just unravel it and I know where to stand. Sorted. So I'm going to get one of those two things, Mark. Thank you very much. Very, very kind of you. Anyway, the teams are out now. 2 minutes away from kick-off at the London Stadium. Paul, see his question, is a draw good enough? No. Need to win. I think we need to win. The more I think about it, the closer we get, we need to win. And guys are saying, why do people say results were against us? Leeds was positive. They dropped 2 points. See, in a way that I get what he's saying there, because if we win, we've actually gained 2 points on Leeds. But it was a difficult fixture for them. Mark didn't travel today, building the grandkids a new pond. You are nice, Mark. You are a good granda. Just showing us the teams. Let me see if Opta's sorted out on my end. It's still got pending. I don't know why they haven't got our lineup sorted yet. So I can't do the graphic. It's just going to stay on the stats during the game, but it's kind of annoying. David saying dartboard sign. I haven't played. I've not played darts for 15 years. It's been a long time. And also, someone downstairs has decided she's going to start playing darts, and it's more to protect the darts than the wall. Right then, feeling okay, a little bit nervous, A win would be incredible. We win. We can get that win, that would be incredible. No, Jack, I do not, but it's on its way, and I've got a few others coming, so if anyone's on Patreon and wants to buy a Fernandez shirt, there will be a few signed Fernandez shirts available to purchase once they arrive. I'm hoping they come this week. I took the plunge because Brian told me, go buy it. He said, and if we stay up, great. And if we go down, he said, I'll pay for it. He said, and there's two things I don't break. My word and my balls. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Ionix saying he hasn't played darts for a while. Ionix, get involved. Get a dartboard. If you've already got one, great. If not, get one. Get some darts and go play. Well, I don't know what I'm speaking about. I've not played for so long, but it's one of them things. I always think I'm going to do it. But now I've done it. This week or next week, I'm going to get up on the wall, and hopefully by this time next week, I'll be able to tell you how I'm getting on. Probably dreadful. Anyway, kick off, just moments away. Oh, whoa, my clock. Get my clock ready. I will be behind on what's happening on Sky because I'm watching it on Sky Go on the iPad. So there will be a slight delay. Then there's a bit of a delay between what I say and you hear. There's maybe a 10-second delay by I do this, you see it, but there's actually 10 seconds between me doing it and you seeing it. Anyway, come on, boys. Come on. West Ham against Bournemouth. Win, and we got equal points with Nottingham Forest. Win 3-0, and we come out the bottom 3. But if we win and Forest lose tomorrow and there's a 3-goal swing, we will come out the bottom 3 by the end of the weekend. Massive opportunity for West Ham, but we've got to get 3 points today. And we're underway as Fernandes gives it all the way back to Hermansen. Here we go. Hermansen goes long, looking for Thomas Souček, and it finds Tati. His cross is deflected, and it's a corner kick to West Ham. Just a few seconds on the clock. 16 seconds on the clock, and West Ham have got a corner. Good play there by Souček, and Tati will take that. Come on. Where is Disasi, Souček, Magasa? We've got a bit of height in this team, actually. Bournemouth aren't the tallest, and it comes from Jared Bowen. It's Disasi! Oh, fuck! What a save. Disasi so close to scoring his first goal for West Ham. It's a good ball in by Jared Bowen. He gets his head on it. Let me watch the replay. And Petrovic just gets enough on it. He dives early, Petrovic. It comes off Trufer's head, hence why the keeper looks all over the place. It's a really good save in the end. He's had to react to a deflection. And then it should be another corner, but the referee's given a goal kick. Unlucky West Ham. Good start. Good start. Come on, boys. Anyway, Bournemouth just playing out from the back with the goal kick. And Senesi is on the ball and gives it to Hill. The good thing is, last week when we played Burton, I didn't know any of the Burton players, but I'm back to familiar territory where I know all the names. I might not be able to pronounce them, but I know who they are. As they're on the attack here, Adley just looking for Evan Nielsen, was cut out by Mavropanos. It's a little bit scruffy in there, and he's given a free kick to Bournemouth as it hit Souček or Magasa on the hand. Unsure which one. So it's free kick to Bournemouth. It's not in a dangerous area in terms of shooting distance, but it's in a dangerous area in terms of getting the cross in, and it'll be Trufer that's going to deliver this one. Like I said earlier, just a lack of height in this Bournemouth team, but they've certainly got Hill up. Ryan looks quite tall though, but in comes Trufer's ball, headed away by Mavropanos, but the linesman is called offside, so it's a free kick to West Ham. A lot of people just asking about the lack of VAR check for the pulling on Disasi's shirt, so I'll be intrigued to see a replay. As we play it out from the back, Fernandes is on the ball, but his pass is blocked by Alex Scott, and so we're thrown to West Ham on our right-hand side, halfway down our half. As Bowen flicks on the throw, and Tati flicks on to Souček. Great play there by those two. Tati's got his head up. He's looking for Somerville. Oh, great play by West Ham. That's a really good ball in by Tati. He's got his head up early, and he keeps up as well. He's just waiting for Somerville to make his move. And I think he makes the right one. Somerville goes behind Jimenez. It's a decent ball by Tati, but Somerville just swings his leg at it. It sort of almost hits him on the thigh, I think. On the calf. It certainly doesn't hit him on the foot. Good play by West Ham. This is a really promising start by us. As Jared Bowen goes past Tyler Adams, his boots come off. Surely a free kick. His boots literally come off. He's literally taken his boot off. The referee's playing on as Alex Scott comes rushing forward with it. He gives it out to Ryan, who cuts inside. He hits it. into the arms of Mads Hermansen. Jared Bowen will be able to get his boot back on now. I can't believe he didn't give a free kick there. How much more evidence do you need to know there's contact than someone's boot coming off? Anyway, Bournemouth just not pressing us at the minute. Hermansen's got the ball. He's waiting for Bournemouth to go press him, but Evan Nielsen's just on Disasi. Cooper Jr. is on Fernandez. So Panos is there, but Hermansen's just trying to entice the Bournemouth players forward. Nothing happens, so he gives it to Fernandez and back to Panos. Now Cooper Jr. starts pressing. Forces Panos to go long, looking for Wan-Bissaka of all people, our furthest forward player. Souček wins the header, gets clattered by Tyler Adams, and he gives the free kick to the referee. So he does give us a free kick eventually. Five minutes gone at London Stadium. It's been a lively start, I have to say. I think we've looked okay so far. Good tempo to the game. Free kick to West Ham, quite far out over on the right-hand side. Fernandez will take it. All the players are in the box. Mavpanos, Souček, Disasi, Bowen, Magasa. I keep saying it. I will try and make it the last time I say this. There is a significant height difference. We definitely have an advantage here. This delivery needs to be good. And it comes from Fernandez. Goes to the back looking at Mavpanos. Gets his head on it, but it's a goal kick to Bournemouth. And should probably have tried to put it into the box there, Mavpanos, but he's certainly insinuating to his teammates that's what he tried to do. Ruud van Nistelrooy, the Dutch assistant here, having a look at Somerville, you'd imagine. I noticed that they have been speaking about Somerville in the Netherlands, about a potential call-up in maybe a place at the World Cup. And Somerville knocks it down to Magasa, who finds Tati, gives it to Souček and goes. Great play by those two, but Tati was fouled. So was Souček, and he's given the foul for one of them. Magasa just getting on top of the referee there. It's not a bad thing. You want to see Jared Bowen being the one to do it. He's come over to have a word now, Bowen, and it's the right thing to do because there's been 2 or 3 of those niggly little fouls from Bournemouth now. There was literally 2 there, one on Tati and one on Souček. Adams in particular is fouling players, so it's right of Jared Bowen just to say, excuse me, get a grip of this. Anyway, free kick just inside the Bournemouth half. It's a really high line from Bournemouth. Fernandez will try and put it over the top of their defence, and it's not the best one, but Mavpanos heads it further on. But Magasa's beaten to it, but comes out to Wan-Bissaka, who just pops it in that direction. But Hyan gets his head on it, and it goes back to Juve. It's a bit of headers and volleys going on as Bowen flicks it on, and he's committed a foul, which feels a bit soft there. Bowen won that one. I didn't feel like it was a foul by Bowen. It would have gone out for a goal kick anyway, I think. But free kick to Bournemouth on the edge of their own box after Bowen fouled Hill. Good start, the live chat. We're quite happy with the start as well. Dean saying good start from the lads. James saying good start from us. We can win this. Lobster Man saying that Teddy would have choked someone by now if he was playing. Brilliant. Well, when we played Bournemouth away, he grabbed David Brooks, Tadibo did, because Brooks booted the ball at Juve from a very short distance. And his foot sort of carried through and I think made contact with Juve. And Tadibo came running over and grabbed him here and just like pushed him into the dugout. Anyway, Somerville on the ball here. He's twisting and turning. We're moving the ball really nice. I'll tell you something. I know I keep saying it, but I've really enjoyed our football in the last month. Since we've beat Spurs, I've really enjoyed our football. We do just play with a lot more belief and confidence about us. We play like we're mid-table. We don't play like a team in a relegation battle. Maybe when we go in the lead in the games in the later stages, we possibly do play like we're a team in the relegation zone and try and cling on. But when the game's level, I like the way we knock the ball about, you know. Anyway, Adley's on the ball at the minute. He gives it back to Hill, out to Senesi. He's got his head up. He's looking for options. High hands over there on the far touchline in a bit of space, but Adams gives it to Hill instead. And we're pressing high up. It's not an intense press, but we're certainly there. Souček's up there with Tate. That's what we'll say. We were speaking about who we think will be the furthest forward out the midfield trio, and it's Thomas Souček. He's the one currently trying to help Tate just press the Bournemouth centre-backs, make them move the ball, and it's very much man-for-man marking out there. As Alex Scott drops deep to receive the ball from Hill, but Magassa presses him. High hands on the ball, one-on-one with Juve here, but he goes backwards. 10 minutes gone at London Stadium now. Being quite a comfortable start by both teams. Both teams looking comfortable in possession. Both teams looking pretty comfortable out of possession. But Disasi had a really good opportunity from a corner, and Somerville had a really good opportunity as well. Harry saying, when was the last time a Hammers centre-back scored in the Premier League? I think Kilman scored. Not this season. Magassa does brilliantly. Great turn there. Gives it to Tate, who got his pass to Bowen wrong, but it's worked out okay. Everyone stopped for a free kick, but the referee didn't give it. I know he played to the whistle and all that, but Bowen was quite certain he was going to get a free kick there as Adley was spinning him around. This ref ain't earning himself any popularity points at the London Stadium. Adley's on the ball, left wing for Bournemouth. Cross comes in, Hermansen gathers it, no danger at all, and he releases it quickly. The goalkeeper to Magassa, gives it to Fernandez as West Ham try and just get up the pitch quickly on this occasion. Out to Somerville, Juve on the overlap. Gives it to Fernandez, back to Souček, and Bournemouth have got back really well there. There wasn't too much space for us. So apparently, Harry said it was Kurt Zouma against Tottenham 600 days ago, the last time a West Ham centre-back scored. Wow. Whew. That's a long time. Clippy Jr. looking for Evan Nielsen, cut out by Mavropanos. Bones' is only option, gives it to the captain. Deflected pass, falls to the path of Thomas Souček. It's a bit scruffy here, but Bones done well to keep it in. However, it's easily dealt with by the Bournemouth defence, and it goes back to Petrovic, who allows Clint Hill to take it off his feet. Ocalos saying, when did Kilman score? I don't know, actually, maybe he didn't. I thought he had scored. I feel like I need to have a look. Max Kilman, player profile, career. No, you're right. He's not scored a goal for West Ham. Kilman, he's not scored a goal. I'm looking at the cups as well. Kilman hasn't scored. I thought he had. Anyway, it's a free kick to Bournemouth. Fernandez fouled Jimenez. Ocalos, you're correct. Kilman has not scored. Keanu saying, are you misremembering when he scored against us? I don't know. For some reason, I thought Kilman had scored. Obviously not. Don't know why I had it in my head. Stone Clown saying, how's the game? 13 minutes gone. We've had two good opportunities, to be honest with you. Aside from that, it's comfortable. It's quite an even game so far. Not much between either team. Both teams look comfortable in possession and out of it, but Disasi had a really good chance with a header from a corner, and Somerville had a really good chance too. We're battling away here with Magassa, Bowen. We're all getting stuck in, and it falls to the Bournemouth defence. Petrovic clears. Juve with a great header, so really good header by Juve there. And Somerville just trying to fend off Jimenez, wins a throw in from him down in the corner, far up the left-hand side. Juve gives it to Somerville and goes back to the left back, and he is forced to play it all the way back to Disasi. I have to agree with a couple of people, which is about Bowen getting a bit frustrated, and I have to agree he's not got anything from this referee, but he is definitely getting a bit wound up. I mean, it was a good tackle, but he's had a couple of cards, Bowen. Mavropanos receives it from Hermansen as he approaches the halfway line. He's got his head up, he's looking, but there's not much ahead of him, but he does find Magassa. Wan-Bissaka's on the ball. Thomas Souček makes the move and gets it. Magassa, who's in the right wing position, he sends a cross in. It's headed away by Trufer. Only as far as Wan-Bissaka, though. Thomas Souček's got it. It's scrappy, but Tyler Adams gets on the ball and just shows a little bit of composure. And it's enough for Bournemouth just to get a grip of the ball there. Now they cleared it. Fernandez wins the header, though, from Cooper Jr. Magassa loses it, but so does Alex Scott. Somerville and Hill run after it. Somerville gets there first, and it's a throw into West Ham. Good tackle by Hill. Quickly taken. Somerville one-on-one with Jimenez on the left. This is what we want. This is the situation we want him in. In goes the cross. And it's been headed behind, but it looked like a good chance for Souček, but he didn't move. Let me watch this. Somerville cuts back, sends the cross in. It was very strange, that. I don't know. I feel like Souček could have attacked it, but he didn't. Trufer's headed behind. It's a corner kick to West Ham. Jared Bowen will take it. The last corner nearly ended up with Disasi scoring. Hopefully we can get our head on this one as well. It went to the front post the first time, so let's make sure we've got someone running across the goal to that front post area. Disasi maybe is the candidate. And it comes from Bowen. Headed away by Snesai. Disasi heads it back into the area, but it's cleared away by someone, and Jimenez plays it off Juve, and it's a throw in to Bournemouth. Our corners are certainly causing a little bit of panic in that box. You can just see Souček saying to Somerville and Tate, just stay up the pitch here. Don't worry about it. Press them. Souček's encouraging the players just to try and box Bournemouth in here. It's a throw in from deep. Quick 1-2 with Scott, and he's forced back to Hale. Tate's pressing him, but he's done really well, the Bournemouth defender, and it's gone back to Petrovic, who's just going to take his time here. Snesai's on the ball. Gives in to Tyler Adams as Tate just tries to press Hill a little bit here. Forces him long, looks for Evan Nielsen. Disasi gets his head on it, and he does really well there, Disasi, to find Juve. And he also does well, gives it to Magassa. Fernandez is on the ball, but he gets squeezed out by Scott and Krupi. And it's a quick, nice play there by Bournemouth just to take Fernandez out of the game. But now Trufer has it. 17 minutes gone at London Stadium. West Ham United 0, Bournemouth 0. So far, so good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Bowen just couldn't quite find Tate. Harry saying he would like to see Mavropanos score the most out of the centre-backs. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be offended if Disasi scored, but it would be one of those two, that's for sure. And I include Kilman, as if they all played 45 minutes each. I include Kilman and Todibo there. Good tackle by Somerville on Jimenez down in that left-back position for West Ham. This is what Bournemouth do. They send their full-backs high and wide up the pitch. Try pin your wingers back. Get their wingers 15 yards, 20 yards inside on the edge of our box. Good play, Somerville. Good tracking, good tackling. Happy days. Hale will take the throw in for Bournemouth. They're eyeing up the long throw. Snesai's in front of Hermansen along with Evan Nielsen. Hale will send this one in. Headed away by Disasi, I think. Cleared away by Juve. But Trufer heads it back towards our box. But Wan-Bissaka clears it. There's a good header by Trufer, actually, just knocking it down to Krupi Jr., who's cutting inside, gives it to Alex Scott. We're okay defensively, though. We're in shape. Trufer out on this left touchline, up against Jared Bowen. As Krupi Jr. goes over to assist, but he gives it to Tyler Adams, who goes back to Snesai. Very patient from Bournemouth so far. you could say that that's because of us, because we're making them be patient and go backwards. Jack Bowen just went in there on Adley and got skinned, giving the winger an opportunity to cross, but it's not the best one. And Somerville picks it up on the far side. And it's a nice little battle there by Hyan and Juve. The Bournemouth winger finds Alex Scott. And it goes back to Hill again with the Bournemouth centre-backs. Coming up to the 28th minute at the London Stadium. Just coming up there that Bournemouth have had 71% possession in the last 2 minutes, which is obviously true. It's a fact. However, overall, we've had more possession for the duration of the game, and they haven't done anything. Hermansen's... There was a long-range effort from someone, can't recall who, comfortably saved by Hermansen, but they haven't tested us yet. The 2 best chances of the game so far have fallen to West Ham players. Let me just see if they've got the... Oh, they've got the lineups confirmed now. That's brilliant. Right, now I can turn that thing on so that the stats and the lineups can all... rotate. Saying that, the stats are wrong. Looking at that, it's saying we've had 0 shots. That's definitely incorrect. What's Opta doing? Pay good money for this. It's broken. That's not good. Why is it broken? Anyway. Just as a heads up, in case anyone was unaware, there was no red card protest today. I'm sure some people might have held them up, but it wasn't being encouraged today to hold up the red cards, hence the absent red card on my stream today, because today is about Ludo. There was a Ludo Tifo before the game, which was, the monies was raised by fans, organised by Ironworks Alliance, and out of respect to Ludo, because it was a celebration of Ludo, there was no organised protest as such today. But there will be next week. As Mavpanos brings it down just inside the Bournemouth half, gives it to Wan-Bissaka, back to Fernandez. Into Mavpanos. I have to say, I think Bournemouth are dealing really well with Fernandez. I think when he's got on the ball, they're quite quick at closing him down. It was always going to happen, but it's been put out here to Bowen by Tate, who's having a good game so far. Fernandez gets it to Souček, gets it to Magassa. The shot gets blocked by Alex Scott. Souček picks it up. Mavpanos back to Disasi. We're enjoying a bit of possession here. Juve cutting in. Looks for the run of Somerville. Good ball, good run. Out on the left wing. Against Alex Scott as well. So there's an opportunity here for Somerville to perhaps take his player on. And he does just that. He cuts it across. But it's into the hands of Petrovic. A bit low, too near the goalkeeper. But not the end of the world. Unlucky. Good play there. Positive play there by Somerville. But Bournemouth break here as the ball's been released to Adley, who's come running down the left-hand side. Gives it to Evan Nielsen. Mavpanos gets... tackle in. Fernandez does really well, and Wan-Bissaka clears it. Not a great clearance, but it's cleared it. Anyway, as Bournemouth come again. Adley out on the right-hand side now. Gives it to Hyan, and it comes from Jimenez. Headed away by Disasi. Tate flicks on further, but only to Tyler Adams. Alex Scott on the ball now. Out to Trufer. West Ham in their 4-3-3 formation out of possession. Fernandez now just popping forward to try and support Tate as Souček's in that double pivot with Magassa currently. Hill just strolling forward with a bit of space for the Bournemouth centre-backs, which is something we're just going to have to just be a little bit wary of. Tate does really well. And oh, fuck off, ref. Nah, I'm not having that. It was a good tackle by Tate. It was a really good tackle. Ball gets played into Alex Scott. And he wins the ball. He wins the ball, in my opinion. Bearing in mind, it's also how the referee is reffing this game. He's allowing a lot to go in favour of Bournemouth. If that was the other way around, I don't like sitting here calling like bias and stuff, but we've seen incidents like that go against us in this game already. Frustrating. Absolutely frustrating. Alex Scott will take the resulting free kick. An opportunity for Bournemouth to cross this one. It's an SI is the player we need to keep an eye on the most. Hill's in there as well. But the Bournemouth number 5, just going to make his move round to the back post against Wan-Bissaka. And it comes, he gets his head on it, but it's into the hands of Mads Hermansen. And that's where you want to target, let's be real. If you want to swing your crosses and your free kicks in, you want to target our back post, you want to target Wan-Bissaka. He did okay there, Wan-Bissaka. He got up for it. He didn't win it, but he got up and made it difficult for the Bournemouth defender. Wan-Bissaka's strolling forward here from the right back position. There's not much ahead of him though, except Jared Bowen, who he gives it to. Bowen, nice touch to Tate, who's getting wrestled there. He's going to have to... There's one or two players are just going to have to try and keep their composure. Tate, Bowen just need to just be calm. They're not getting much from the referee. As Hyan flicks it forward to Jimenez, hits him on the back of heels, which slows him down a little bit. But Evan Nielsen and Cooper Jr. in the box here for Bournemouth. Somerville's back defending. He's done well there. Somerville, just hold him up, force him back. That's all you can do. Good play there by Somerville. And it's gone back to the Bournemouth centre-backs who are just inside the West Ham half currently. Out to Trufer on the left-hand side. He does have a wicked cross on him. Chooses not to... Well, actually, he might. He does cross it now. And Juve is forced to head it behind for a Bournemouth corner over on their right-hand side, our left-hand side. 26 minutes on the clock at the London Stadium. West Ham United 0, Bournemouth 0. It was a good start by West Ham, but it feels like the last 10-15 minutes, Bournemouth have certainly starting to edge it a little bit. Nothing in the way of troubling Hermansen yet. But they're enjoying the possession. As Adley will take the corner kick here for Bournemouth from the right-hand side. So it's an in-swinger. In it comes. And it's been headed away by Disasi. Really good header as well. Got some distance on that too. Just allows us to get out the box. Really good play there by Disasi. Great defending. Quickly becoming a fan's favourite, Disasi. As it goes back to Petrovic. Good defending by West Ham. They're just playing around at the back, Bournemouth, whilst I have a sip of my water. Bowen's up central at the minute just because of the way they've been caught out of possession from defending a corner. Tate's covering for them on this right-hand side, though. Magassa's now the central midfielder that's just jumped forward a little bit to try and help the press. As it goes out for throw-in to Bournemouth just inside West Ham's half on their left, our right-hand side. Trufer will take as Bowen comes across to his original position. And it's a really strange back pass by Cooper Jr., but we'll go with it. He's just booted it back at Hill. Felt unnecessary, but it's not done us a bit of a favour, if anything. But anyway, Wan-Bissaka gets his head on the long ball. Bowen gets a nudge in the back. Referee says, nope, unsurprising. Tyler Adams on the ball. Comes forward here. Magassa's clipping away at him. Does really well. Jared Bowen picks up the loose ball. Space to run into here. Jared Bowen. Tate's made his move. He's well offside. It's too slow. Too slow. From Jared Bowen, that is. Too slow from Bowen. He needed to release that a lot sooner. Tate made a good run. It wasn't good nor bad. It was just obvious. It was a very obvious run from Tate. And Bowen just took an extra couple of touches before he released it. And well offside. Paco just having a word with Nuno there. He's just... It's funny when he does that. Nuno just looks so unaffected by Paco. Paco's quite animated and looks quite loud. And Nuno just stares into like space, even though Paco's going at him, and he just... But anyway, play resumes. Petrovic with the free kick goes long. Matt Panos gets his head on it, falls to Tyler Adams. Head tennis going on as Magassa heads it towards Tate, who he puts over the top for Somerville to run onto, but Petrovic comes out, gets his head on that. But Juve will pick it up. Doesn't go for the ambitious shot. Petrovic was off his line. He gives it to Somerville. 1-on-1. Goes by Jimenez. Goes down. And that's going to be a free kick. And surely a booking for the Bournemouth defender. How is it not a booking? This ref, man. That's a booking all day, every day. Somerville just goes by him. If it's a free kick, it's a booking. Jimenez doesn't go towards the ball. He goes towards Somerville and puts his arms out and stops him. Blocks Somerville. It's a free kick. It's a booking. This referee, man, he's getting on my tits already. It's 29 minutes in. He's not even done anything major yet, but it feels like something major's coming. It feels like... Anyway, it's a free kick. Half an hour gone at the London Stadium. Fernandez has gone out to take it. It's over on our left-hand side. In-swinging free kick's going to come in. It's down by the corner flag as well. You've got to get this one whipped in. Aim for that back post. Nice and low, nice and hard. In it comes from Fernandez. Come on. Come on. A little bit of pushing going on in the box. The referee's just warning Disasi. It's Disasi and Trufer who are at it. Come on. Fernandez whips it in. Headed behind. Corner kick. Corner kick. I don't know what I called, Lee. What did I call? Oh. You just said you called, Gio. I'm unsure. Decent free kick by Fernandez. Tate doesn't quite get anything on it. Evan Nielsen gets his head on it. Goes behind for a corner kick. On our right-hand side, so Jared Bowen will take it. Decent corners so far from Bowen. In it comes. It's another decent one. Oh! Tate gets his head on it. Yeah, Tate got his head on it. He wanted a corner, so I can only assume it's took a deflection. I don't think it does. It's just a looping header by Tate, and it's gone past that far post. But tell you what, Bowen's deliveries, that's 3 corners now. They've all been good. They've all been good. We can win this. We can win this. Sinessa on the ball. Tate's half pressing, gives it to Hill. Magassa's still further up the pitch. He's still doing the running about at the minute, which, as mentioned in the preview and whatnot, is something I wouldn't mind to see. So let's have a look. He's got energy, I will say that. Alex Scott's on the ball. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's going to be a booking for Souček. Yeah, it's a yellow card. I've got no complaints about that. It's a definite yellow. He's late, Souček. He's clattered into Alex Scott. It's a yellow card. I've got no complaints about that being a booking. My complaints are that Jimenez wasn't also booked. Yeah, fine. Yellow card. Just lack of consistency. Let's Jimenez away with it. Frustrating. Very frustrating. Anyway, free kick to Bournemouth. And they've taken it quickly. It's an SI comes forward. Not a good pass though. Bowen gives it to Tate. A bit of space for Tate. Magassa's up there with him. He's got his head up Tate. Looks for Magassa. It's a very difficult pass to try and execute. Very difficult. I think that was the wrong decision by Tate. It would have taken a really good pass to try and find Magassa there in a very crowded area, plus the speed he was moving at as well. It was a difficult ball. I think he'd have been better off just taking it down the line there, Tate. But we've got the ball back. Mavpanos looks for Jared Bowen. Brings it down. It's good play here by Bowen. Well wide. Not a bad ball by Mavpanos. Good first touch by Bowen. Brought it down really well. Very difficult chance. Tried to volley on the spin. A very, very difficult thing to do. But listen, he's capable of it. We've seen him score incredible goals before. I don't mind players taking shots on like that. Hermansen's got the ball at the minute. It's just come up there that we've had 8 shots to their 1. We're the better team so far. But nothing to show for it in the way of goals, and that's what matters today. We need goals. We need points. Bowen brings it down. Looks for Souček. Can't find Souček. Goes through to Hill. 35 minutes gone, nearly, at the London Stadium. West Ham United 0, Bournemouth 0. Petrovic is on the ball in the penalty spot for Bournemouth. Tati, Magassa just split, marking their centre-backs. Fernandez is on Adams, trying to force the keeper to go long here. And that's exactly what Petrovic does. Looks for Hyan. Juve gets up with him. Jimenez gets his header on the loose ball. It's bouncing, it's fell to Alex Scott, but Mavropanos swoops in to prevent it going to Krupi Jr. We're doing all right. Tactically, I think Nuno's got this pretty spot on, to be honest. I'm just looking. I try to avoid the live chat. I'm just looking now. Steve, it is for subscribers only. And who's 7 and why is he a knobhead? I think there's... is Dean still here? Is Dean kicking around? Or Michael Levy might not be, but maybe Dean might be kicking here. So there will be a moderator. It's a bad touch by Somerville. It's one of them. He gets that. He's away, but he just... bad first touch. Somerville, though, he's picked it back up and gets brought down by Trufer. And it's a free kick to West Ham just inside our half on our right-hand side. Just play nicely, chat. Rancid said, I like the way we're playing, just need a little bit of luck on the last ball. Yeah, I think so. I agree. I think there's a lot of positives from our performance so far. Literally, the only negative is we've not scored. We just haven't scored a goal, that's all. I think we've done maybe enough to warrant scoring and taking the lead. Manson on the ball at the minute. Oh, he looked for Magassa, but Magassa slipped. So Scott's picked up. But nothing bad's come of it, but it's gave Bournemouth the ball back. Adley's on the ball at the minute. On the left-hand side for Bournemouth. Trufer in overlap. Looks for Evan Nielsen, but is well defended by Disasi. Fernandez gives it to Tati, who gives it back to Disasi. Looks for Juve. Good run here by our left-back. Up against Jimenez. And he's turned. You just want to see Juve just go. Just be brave. Be brave. Just try and take him on. Because although he didn't get a yellow card, he's had a warning. The referee will know. One more foul and he's possibly in the book. And we tried to put over the top for Juve to run on to. It's gone out for throw-in. And Juve just urging his teammates up there. Just saying thank you for that pass. But get up here and try and box them in. As we approach 38 minutes on the clock, still 0-0 at the London Stadium. Jimenez takes the throw in. Hill, who volleys it down the pitch. Fernandez gets his head on it and Disasi brings it down. But unfortunately, it's gone out for a throw into Bournemouth. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is good timing. Bradley. Wait till there's a break in play, Bradley. Okay, there's a throw-in. There's a link in the description below, Bradley. Please use that link. They don't sponsor the video. We don't get any commission. But basically, they sent me a pack of darts. They're here somewhere. The cult darts, or the darts of the month, they're on offer at the minute. But also... I bought the dartboard from them, but also me and Gonzo are going to have a game of darts and video it. And basically, if some people buy dart stuff from them, they'll sponsor the video then. So we will benefit financially. But please only buy it if you're going to. I recommend the Tor dartboard. If you don't believe me, Bradley, Google it, Tor dartboard, and read the reviews. Definitely watch out. There's a £120 dartboard at the minute. 120 quid the dartboard costs. And there's a lot of bounce outs from the bullseye. So I think the dartboard's just is way too compact, and it's sort of like the bullseye is too tough. So when the dart hits it just comes pinging back. Not all the time, it just bounces back out. There's a really abnormal rate of bounce outs for the bullseye at the minute on that dartboard. So the Tor dartboard is one that I personally recommend. Bradley, it's one that I wanted, so I went and got it. But the link's in the description below if you wouldn't mind. Wan-Bissaka gives it to WHUBOU and come down the right-hand side. And Adams gets his head on and puts out for a throw into West Ham. And I have to say, I think Bowen's having a good game, I have to say. Just need to get him on the ball a bit more. He's up for it. He's on the ball again here. Looks for Somerville, not the best pass. Cleared by Jimenez, only as far as Magassa though. He dinks out to the left for Juve. Hyan gets his head on it, and Juve will let it go out for a throw into West Ham. 40 minutes on the clock at the London Stadium. Juve takes a throw and goes back to Fernandez. I'd like to see him on the ball more. I don't think we're benefiting from Fernandez' distribution or ability yet. But I do think Bournemouth are doing a good job of trying to press him. Gary thinks Bowen's been pony. What game am I watching? Don't know, I just think he's doing okay. I think he's working hard. Senesi on the ball. Souček's now the one pressing. So they're definitely taking it in turns to press in that sort of forward position from the midfield three. True Fair plays it forward. Mavropanos brings it down. Looking for Magassa. Doesn't find Magassa somehow. I don't know whether it was a bad pass or just bad anticipation from Magassa, but he just left it. He could have tried to get it, I think. Anyway, Cooper Jr.'s on the ball. Gives it to Alex Scott. He's got a bit of space here. He might shoot. He does. It's into the hands of Mads Hermansen, though. Another shot on target for Bournemouth. Another save by Hermansen. Fernandez is on the ball now. This is where we want to see him. Gives it to Wan-Bissaka. He takes it back from him. But Krupi Jr. does well. Somerville's on the ball too. He's trying to turn and face that Bournemouth defence. He's done really well there. Somerville jinks away from Senesi. Away from Tyler Adams. He'll get the shot away, but it's high and it's wide. He was on his left foot. Good play there by Somerville. It's the right thing to do. To turn. Take your player on. Be brave. Be brave. And it's one of them that, look, if you get tackled, hopefully there's a teammate around you picking up the loose ball. He's well within his right to take that shot on there, Somerville. There wasn't much options. Everybody was sort of watching him, I guess. And when you've got a player in the form he's in, with the confidence that he's got, I want him to shoot. Nuno's applauding him as well. We've been the better team in the first half. We've been the better team. Mavropanos has got it outside our box at the moment, and he goes long down this right channel, looking for Bowen, but straight at Senesi. Poor ball by Mavropanos, headed on by Adley, but to nobody in Fernandez, and goes and collects it. Souček, that's a really bad ball. Horrendous ball by Souček, straight into Hyan, who cuts in and gives it to Evan Nielsen, and Magassa does well to intercept. Krupi Jr. picks it up though. Bournemouth still on the attack after that loose pass from Souček. True Fair crosses it. Magassa cuts it out too. He's having a good game, Magassa. I like Magassa. I like him in this match. I think him and Tate are having good games. Somerville's looking okay. We just need to get him on the ball a bit more. Juve's looking alright as well, I think. Somerville does really well there. Bowen picks it up, gives it into Tate, who gives it to Souček. It gets brought down, and that's got to be a booking, and it is. The referee's giving a Bournemouth player a yellow card. Their skipper Senesi booked. Straight in the back of Tate. Knee to the thigh. Just the 8th yellow card of the season for the Bournemouth centre-back. Free kick to West Ham just inside our half. 1 minute of normal time to go, and then whatever we get in stoppage, I'd imagine it'll be a low number, a couple of minutes probably at most. If that, there hasn't really been any stoppages. 1 minute maybe at the very, very most. That's if the referee's feeling generous. Viola just heading down to the changing room, get ready for his chat. Cooper Jr. does a 1-2 with Scott, but the return ball's not good. Fernandez, Somerville, good quick pass in, looking to release Juve, but he's just not going to get there. Hill clears it. However, it ends up going through to Disasi. I have to say, I think Bournemouth aren't looking as dangerous as I expected in this game, and we're looking the better team in my opinion. I think there's not loads in it. I think we're edging it ever so slightly. We've certainly had the better opportunities, just not enough of them. This is definitely, I feel like this, to me, this feels like a much more winnable fixture than it did pre-match. Bowen gets on a loose ball there, looks for Magassa, but it's been cleared by Adams. And the skipper picks it up, but Wan-Bissaka intercepts it, and it falls to Adley. Just 30 seconds to go, just 1 minute of stoppage time, 30 seconds of it to be played. Disasi, clever little nudge on Evan Nielsen there, and gives it back to Hermans, and he's had a really good half as well, Disasi. I think there's quite a few players having good halves, just no one's 10 out of 10, but there's a few 6s out there for West Ham. 10 seconds to go as Jimenez is chomping at the heels of Somerville, and we get another free kick, another foul by Jimenez. And that is that. Half-time at the London Stadium. Let me just change the clock first of all, so people know it's half-time. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to nip for a pee. I'll be back in 1 minute. Don't go anywhere. But I drink too much water. I need a piss. I'll see you in a minute. Back. Right, knackered. Sprinting to the toilet. Right, get your thoughts into live chat about what you think about the first half. West Ham United 0, Bournemouth 0. Let me know what you're saying. Get your thoughts into live chat. Let's get them up on the screen. We'll have a chin wag and see what you guys are thinking. I'll give you my thoughts in just a moment. But while we're here, if you don't mind, could you please subscribe to the channel? If you're new to Hammer Chat, please do subscribe. It's free, takes 2 seconds, and I appreciate it a lot. And also do drop a like on the video as well by clicking the thumbs up button. 1,500 of you watching live. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate it a lot. John saying Bournemouth's tactics worked a treat. Keep it tight first half away from home. Expect a lot better from them in the second half. Simmons saying end-to-end, physical and pretty dangerous in attack. Solid enough in defence. Happy enough. James is saying Earthy's an alright player, but I'm not sure someone who can't make it in the Bristol City squad isn't going to make much of a difference. Massive saying Fernandez ups his game by 20%. We win. Denny saying not spectacular, of course, but doing what we need to do. Just need to put the ball in the net. Neil saying still hoping we win. Paper saying not a great half, but I think we've had the best of it. Suchek off on the hour mark. Aspike saying Souček's been poor, needs to work on those passes. Steve saying first half, job done. Football Quiz saying game started well. Both teams open, looking for the first goal. It did tighten up after the first 15 minutes, though. A set-piece goal could prove pivotal for either side. Harry saying this is not a Souček game. Daniel saying get Souček off and give a bollocking to at least half of the starting 11. Pure frustration. Chris can't see us winning today. Shooter saying no minerals apart from Somerville. Joshua reckons it's written in the stars that Wilson comes on and scores. Mark saying, agree that we can pull this one off. I have to say, I think coming into this game, I felt like, a draw. That was my prediction. But Bournemouth haven't been anywhere near as good as I expected. They've not looked anywhere near as dangerous as I expected. So perhaps they would... I think it's fair to assume they're going to improve after the break. We've had the best couple of chances, Disasi's header and that one for Somerville, which he sort of hit with his calf. And we've had some opportunities to create a good chance, but the final ball was lacking. I think we've done okay in the first half. I think some of the players are having okay/decent games. No one's playing outstanding. No one, you'd be, if you had to give out a man in the match for the first half, you'd be looking at Disasi because he's been, flawless at the back and busy at the back, and the attacking players wouldn't get it. Somerville's looking busy. We just need to get him one-on-one more often, running at the defence a bit more. Bowen, I think he's working hard, needs to sharpen up a bit. Tati, I think, is looking good, but I do feel like I think Tati's looking good in the middle third. I'm not saying he's looking bad, let me just explain here. In the middle third, I think he's linking up really well. He's receiving the ball with his back to goal and he's laying it off to players pretty quickly. First touch football from him, and he's good at it. The problem is when it comes to the final third, on a couple of occasions he's had the ball. Great ball in for Somerville. Poor ball for Magassa. But I think when it gets to the final third, he's too far away from players. In the middle third, there's not much distance between Tati and the midfield. But as we get further up the pitch, he's stretching the game, but the midfield ain't moving up as much as he is. So when he's getting the ball, the nearest midfielder's 20 yards away, so he's not able to do those little layoffs that he is doing on the halfway line. So I think he's doing okay, though. I think he's playing well. I like him. Just need to get players closer to him. Alex saying Tati needs better support. Enman likes Tati's attitude. I like him as well. Yep, I like him. Jake saying what I was saying towards the end of the half, which is we need to get Fernandes on the ball more. Drop Souček back into a holding role instead. I actually think the opposite, Jake. I would like to see Fernandes stay where he is. I would like to see Souček and Magassa get higher up the pitch. Drag the Bournemouth midfield away if you can. Get them out of there. Get Fernandes on the ball. And we need to see a bit more creativity off the ball from Somerville and Bowen. Get them running. If you're going to cut inside, get Wan-Bissaka and Juve running. We've seen that long diagonal from Fernandes, and he's brilliant at it. We've not seen it in the first half, but I don't think it's Fernandes' fault. I think there's just a lack of options. I want to see more from our wide areas. I think Juice actually doing all right, to be fair. I think he's doing quite well down that left-hand side. I think he's looking quite quick. I think he's had a good half up against Hyan, who's started really well for Bournemouth. I think Juice's been fine defensively, but quite good going forward. Grouch is saying Bowen's trying too hard. He forces passes and dribbles. He needs to relax. Fernandes needs to get more involved. Barry saying Somerville's not fully firing, but he's got such excellent pace. Disasi is solid and Tati is good too. Malik would like to see Potts is suspended, Malik. I'm assuming that's who you mean, but Potts is suspended. MGG is saying Bowen's still effective and clinical, but I think he's lost that half step of quickness that struck fear into defenders. I'm inclined to agree with you there as well. Theo saying can only see a goal coming from Somerville. Bowen's not a good player in the last few months. Not the great match winner he was before. Paul saying it's too technical for Souček. He prefers a battle. Not sure there's anyone on the bench that can improve things. Yeah, see, this is why I was a bit frustrated with the bench. There's just too many centre-backs. We do not need 3 centre-backs. And I know you could say, but he likes to play Mayer's left-back sometimes. But Scarles is there. So even if you really do some mental gymnastics and argue that Mayers is there as a left back rather than a centre back. We've got 2 left backs in that case, and Walker Peters can play there as well. I just don't think we require Mayers on the bench. Now, I get it. Before people say, hey, leave him on the bench, drop Kilman. Right, let's just... I don't want to argue over which one, okay? Just... Can we agree we do not need Todibo, Kilman and Mayers? We don't need all 3. I would have preferred to see Lewis Orford. I think this is the game for Lewis Orford. Hand on heart. Ow. This is the game for Lewis Orford. Plenty of time on the ball. The midfielders are going looking for it, getting on it, getting their head up. This is where we need someone like him. He would have been a perfect sub for Thomas Souček today, in my opinion. I think it would have been the right one to do. He would have helped drag players away. He can get up the pitch as well. He can be a bit of a... I wouldn't class him as a box-to-box midfielder, but he scores goals and he sets up goals. He's got more goals and assists in games for the under-21 since coming back from Stevenage, mainly because that level's too easy for him, but also because he's a bloody good player. So I would have liked to have seen Orford on the bench today. That's why before the game I was a bit frustrated to not see him. I just feel like there's just such a lack of balance on there. Look at our midfield in attack. Kante, Adama, Wilson. I don't know, maybe Wilson might come on and do okay, but Kante, I thought Kante struggled against Burton. Adama, he didn't light up the game against Burton, did he? I would have liked to have seen Orford come on, perhaps. Curveball would have been a Jala. I'll confess, I forgot this when New Life Abroad said we should have seen La Madrid. I'll be honest with you, I forgot about La Madrid. But even curveball and put a Jala on there instead of the centre-back, there's just no need for 3 centre-backs. What scenario do we require all 3 centre-backs on that bench? There isn't one. Even if we were like 2-0 up, and he starts chucking defenders on, he's going to chuck on Todibo and Kilman. You still don't need the 3rd one. It's just frustrating. Really, really frustrating. This is a winnable fixture, though. This is a winnable fixture. He's going to have to be brave at some point, Nuno. He's going to have to try and win it. And that will be possibly Wilson on for Thomas Souček. That's maybe the sub he's going to have to do. And I think I'd be inclined to do that sub first. There isn't a like-for-like sub for Souček on the bench. There isn't one. It's Kante, but I don't want to see it. So I think I'd go Wilson for Souček. Do you know what? I'd maybe even do it now. Because if you're in that crowd, you're sat there at halftime, and you see Wilson come on for Souček, it sends a message. It says to the crowd, we're going to go try win this game now. Wilson's surely got 45 minutes in him. It allows Tati to drop a little bit deeper. That link-up play I was discussing earlier, you remove the issue, in my opinion, which is just too far away from the midfield. If you've got Wilson up there, it allows Tati just to drop that 10 yards, decrease the space between him, Fernandez, Magassa. That's what I would do, maybe. Wilson on for Thomas Souček. That's what I would do. Mancunian saying, this is a must-win. Their midfield outclasses ours. Lobster would be happy to see a Jala get into one of these games before the end of the season. Andy's saying Souček has to come off now. Scott saying might be a good thing that if we score it will be later on. I agree with your thought process there, Scott. Teapot saying Wilson for Magassa. Souček is more of a threat at set pieces. I think Magassa's doing okay. I think he's breaking up play outside our box. I think his pressing's quite good. I've been quite happy with what I've seen from Magassa, truth be told. Teapot, again, man of the match, no, but I don't think anyone is. I don't think anyone's playing well enough for that award as such. I just want to say a quick thank you to Seven, who's causing trouble in the live chat for some reason. Said, let's go Bournemouth. Opposition fans are welcome. Just respect the fact that you're in a West Ham chat, please. No wind up, no whatever. And he said your chat called my mum my dad's sister. Is she? Mark, thank you very much for the support again. Mark saying, think Disasi's bought into the project. He's looking solid. Head on everything. Defender version of Jesse Lingard. If we stay up, he might want to stay, and he's Auntie is a hammer. I agree, Mark. He's been absolutely brilliant. I've been really pleased with him. And Matt, thank you for your support. It's very, very kind. Thanks for the support in the live chat. I've turned off the adverts for the watch-along. The watch-along part. Matt saying it's the best watch-along on YouTube. Thank you. Do my best. Do my best. Hammer saying it's got to be a positive change and not negative. Wilson on around our mark. Souček is always a threat at set pieces, though. He is. He's on a yellow card, though. So he's got to be... He's just got to be careful, Souček. He's going to have to just make sure that he doesn't do anything stupid. Tristan saying the lineup graphics giving him a laugh. Yeah, I don't know. What the hell's going on here? Why they've got their sub-keeper at right... Oh, what is Opta doing? Why is the Bournemouth goalkeeper at right back? Why? It is broken. Oh, they fixed it again. I preferred it when it was broken. They're all over the place tonight. What's the West Ham one looking like? Is it normal? We pay good money for this. These graphics are not cheap. 4-figure sum of money these are. And look at them. Bloody Opta. What's going on? We've got two Magassas. What's happened to our midfield? Who's our number 30? Scarles? Why is he there? What is going on? Why is all these Scarles playing defensive midfield? They've given us extra players. Oh, it's broken. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just broken. That's that. Billy, thank you for the support, saying Seven's mum is definitely his dad's sister. Not gonna. Oh, for God's sake. Seven saying, no, I'm not from Essex. Listen, he's giving it back. I will say that. If you're going to give it, you've got to take it. Chris saying wasn't worried that first half. Hopefully we build. I agree. Chris, thank you for your support. I agree. This is a must-win game. We can go on and win this, but it's going to require Nuno to get everything right, and that's going to be difficult. And I'm not convinced. I mean, what's he meant to do? Looking at our bench, what's Nuno meant to do? I might sit here, right, while I think, oh, he should be doing this or he should be doing that, right? I'm literally discussing putting on players from the academy on the bench. I'm not discussing an experienced senior player that's been left out and should maybe be starting or should be on the bench. We're discussing kids that have got... Ajala's never played for the senior team. Orford's got, 3-4 games for the senior team? That's who we're discussing. Someone said La Madrid. We're discussing a youngster from Venezuela that when we brought him in, Sullivan, who brought him in, told people he'll be ready in a year. That's who we're discussing. I'm worried Nuno's not got what he needs to get this job done. But anyway, opportunity is there. Bournemouth will get the second half underway. And it will be Cooper Jr. that gets us underway at the London Stadium. West Ham United 0, Bournemouth 0. Big 45 minutes coming up for West Ham and for Bournemouth. They want to get European football. It's a big half of football for them. But we are now underway at the London Stadium, and as far as I can tell, there's no changes for either side here, as Disasi clears a long ball into our box, and Souček heads it down for Fernandes, who gives it to Somerville. And he gives it into Fernandes, who's got a bit of space. This is where we need him. Go! Hooks out to Jared Bowen. But Truffert gets there. And he goes out for a throw into West Ham over on our right-hand side. Just inside our half. But the throw-in ends up with Truffert, who finds Cooper Jr. Back to Alex Scott, just inside the Bournemouth half. Under pressure from Tati. Jimenez. The ball's getting moved quickly by Bournemouth here. High hands on the ball. Juve is forcing him back, and he goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Good play there by Juve. I think Juve's had a good half of football, in my opinion. I do think Juve's played well. I think a lot of good movement, quite pacey down that left-hand side. Defensively, been solid. Just throw into Bournemouth. We're just waiting for Hill to get down the touchline and get a long throw. from their left-hand side, our right-hand side. Long throw, in it comes. Mavropanos gets up there. Hermansen does well to get a fist to it over a crowd of bodies. Hill heads it to Adams heads it towards the box, but Somerville gets a head on it. Adams header again. Knocked on by Scott. Magassa heads it. Head tennis going on. Not for the first time in this game. Somerville brings it down. Under pressure from Alex Scott. Out on the left touchline. He's getting doubled up on here, but he's done well. Found Magassa. Into Fernandez in the middle of the pitch. Bowen wants it from him. He gives it to Wan-Bissaka. He gives it to Jared Bowen. Soucek's in the box with Tati. Something we didn't see in the first half. How we got our goal. Bowen goes down the right, crosses it, blocked by Trufair. Corner kick to West Ham, and we've looked good at these in the first half. Another corner kick for Jared Bowen to take from our right-hand side. Come on. I don't care who. Disasi, Magassa, Soucek, Mavropanos, Tati, Somerville, all in the box. Juve outside of it. Don't care who, just someone get this in the net. And it comes from Jared Bowen. Oh, Petrovic punches it. Ah, the referee's given a free kick. Of course he has. Mavropanos is down at the minute. Great corner from Jared Bowen. Right under that crossbar. Their keeper really had to do well. Disasi was putting pressure on him. It's Magassa that... I'm not sure that's a free kick myself, but whatever. I don't know what happened to Mavropanos, but certainly the physio's on, and the Bournemouth goalkeeper Petrovic was certainly spoke to him and then signalled to get the physio on. So looks to be in a spot of bother here, Mavropanos. Anyway, I'll turn to the live chat now. Today we're warming up. Alex saying Bournemouth are a better run club than us, and they will have a succession plan. Avid saying at least it will be Tadibo coming on and not Max Kilman. DC saying ref gets it wrong. I'm shocked. To be fair, he might not have got it wrong. It's just, in my opinion, I don't think Magassa did too much. He was backing into Petrovic, but I don't mind a little bit of... I think keepers are overprotected in the Premier League. So as long as you don't push them or anything like that, I'm not saying you should be able to shove them, but I don't know, I didn't feel like it was too much. He's on his feet, Mavropanos, but he doesn't look too comfortable. And thank you again to Sevenik saying it's banter, love your videos, just a relegation battle. Of course I'm going for Bournemouth. Who do you support? I can only assume you're Leeds or Nottingham Forest. Whom do you support, if you don't mind me asking? Anyway, Mavropanos is limping off. He's skipping. It looks like he's going to try and play on, perhaps. Mavropanos. He's certainly not moving. Even when he's jogging, he's having to do a skip now and again. He's currently jogging up the touchline with a limp. So there's a decision to be made here. Do you leave him on and trust him, or do you take him off? Playing a centre back with half a knee is a bit of a concern. Well, Sevenik is not Leeds or Forest. All right, well, I'd be surprised you're Burnley or Wolves. Surely you've given up by now. So, Spurs. So SI gives it to Hill just inside the Bournemouth half. He plays it along the deck looking for Hyan, but Juve intercepts it. Somerville looks to take on Jimenez, but it's well defended by the Bournemouth player. And the Cherries have it back in possession as Alex Scott rolls it back to Hill, out to Senesi. Trufair gives it to Cooper Jr. under pressure from Magassa. Scott under pressure from Fernandez. Out to Jimenez. One-on-one with Somerville. He does well, Somerville, but the ball does go to Hyan, who cuts inside. Good play down the right-hand side. Jimenez crosses it, blocked by Juve. Corner kick to Bournemouth on their right-hand side, our left-hand side. Adley will come over and take the corner with his left foot. In-swinger coming up as the rain falls at the London Stadium. Still West Ham United 0, Bournemouth 0. He goes short, but Somerville intercepts it. A good chance for him to break. There's loads of space for him. Bourne trying to get down the left-hand side to support him. And he goes down, and Tyler Adams with another foul, and surely a yellow card this time. He's getting away with murder. Even if it's not like a bookable offence, that foul on its own. It's like his third or fourth foul, though. When's he going to get booked for persistent fouling? And, oh, that's a sore one as well. Studs down his ankle. That is a sore one. Adams is getting away with absolute murder. Bloody hell. And Somerville's certainly feeling that one. He's got a limp on now. Long ball with a free kick. Magassa, headed by Adams. Out to Juve. He sends the cross in. It's into the hands of Petrovic. Tyler Adams on the ball. Gives it to Alex Scott as they're doubling up on that left-hand side, Bournemouth. Just drags Souček out there. Scott's running at Wan-Bissaka. .54 minutes gone at the London Stadium, still 0-0. Another throw-in for Bournemouth. And it's another long throw, hence the delay as we're waiting for Clint Hill. Is it Clint? James. Who's Clint Hill? James Hill. Anyway, long throw by Hill. Bad throw. Wan-Bissaka heads away at the front post and Tyler Adams picks up the loose ball. Gives it to Jimenez on the halfway line as West Ham push up quickly with Fernandes and Tati. He finds Evan Nielsen, who's barely had a sniff today. Hyan tries to take on Juve, but it's again well defended by our left back. Throw into Bournemouth over on the right-hand side. And we're going to have to wait for 5 minutes for Hill to come over and take it. That's the one, Craven. Bonus points for you. Clint Hill did play for Palace. Anyway, it is James Hill, right? Anyway, I think it's James Hill. Hill's coming over. And it comes. It's a longer one this time. Souček gets his head on it though. Alex Scott brings it down. Somerville hassles him. And just... Oh, he's done really well there. Somerville backheels it to Juve. And is blocked by Hill though and gone out for a goal kick to West Ham. Well defended there by Juve and Somerville. Really good play by those two. I'm telling you, Juve's having a good game in my opinion. What we say in chat, do we agree, disagree? I think Juve's one of our better players today. I think defensively he's been solid and he's tried to get forward. We haven't always utilised him, but I think he's getting forward quite well. Mavropanos, people are asking about Mavropanos. He's back on the pitch. Let me have a look and see if he's still limping or if he's run it off. Paul agrees about Juve. It's just on Nuno at the minute, hence why I'm not speaking about. Hardy says, Juve's playing well. Feza said he's been all right. And Hermansen goes long with the goal kick. But straight to Adley. No one putting pressure on him, though. Tyler Adams on the ball, just in the middle, inside Bournemouth's half. Evan Nielsen, Mavropanos putting pressure on him. Looks for Hyan. Juve got in there, though. Disasi picks up the loose ball. Great ball by Disasi into Somerville. Out to Juve on the left. Chance for West Ham to get forward. There's not much support for Juve. He finds Tati. He comes back to Magassa. Gives it to Thomas Souček. He's out on the right. Wan-Bissaka on the overlap. Uses him. Crosses it. Head away by Senesi. Wan-Bissaka will get a second bite at it. Gives it to Souček. Gets it back from Souček. Gives it back to Souček, but Tyler Adams goes over, clears it, and it's a throw into West Ham United down in the corner on our right-hand side. Feels like our first proper attack of the half, really. First bit of proper possession. As Disasi gets it from Mavropanos, who is moving fine. The Greek is moving fine. Fernandez is on the ball. Looks for Wan-Bissaka. Gets it wrong and Trufer clears. Falls to Krupi Jr. Flicks on for Evan Nielsen. A chance for Bournemouth to attack here. Gives it out to Hyan, who's maybe going to try and run at Juve. He doesn't, and he goes back. And Bournemouth are lacking any sort of like tempo or momentum. They're just, when they've got it, there's a couple of times they've gone to positions where I feel like they could have a pop at us one-on-one. But they don't. They just turn around and go backwards. Wan-Bissaka takes the throw in, looks for Jared Bowen. Thomas Souček rather. Tyler Adams all over him, but the referee says nope. Play on. Magasa intercepts. But the loose ball falls to Evan Nielsen, and Krupi Jr. is well offside. Goes through to Hermansen. Why would you not put the flag up and let us have the free kick? He's clearly offside. Anyway, Juve clears it again. Jimenez brings it down. A bit of a scrappy game. As he just wiggles away from Tate Jimenez. High hands on the ball. Magasa goes in. He's having a good game, I think. I'm going to say, I think our four best players are Somerville, Disasi, Magasa and Juve. Juve takes a throw in, goes out for another one. Went to take it quick, but no one was really on his wavelength there. Bit of a missed opportunity, but Juve does take it now. Goes down the line, but Hale wins it. Tati picks up the loose ball, but he can't find Somerville, and it's a throw into Bournemouth just outside their box on their right-hand side or left-hand side. And it's still West Ham United 0, Bournemouth 0 as we approach the hour mark at the London Stadium. Mavropanos goes long, and it's a bad ball by Mavropanos. I think he felt he was under pressure, but there wasn't actual pressure on him. And it's a goal kick to Bournemouth as the clock ticks towards that 60-minute mark. Eskimo saying the game is fizzling a bit. Can't help but feel we win this. And I completely agree with every word of that. The game is just starting to just have a little bit of a lag in it. And it does also feel like a must win. It feels like an opportunity to win as well. Wan-Bissaka does really well with Bowen there, though. Gives it to Thomas Souček. Magasa on the move. And Souček just didn't find him. Frustrating. He's kept a hold of it, Souček, but there was a really good ball there for Magasa. And Wan-Bissaka does find Magasa. He's got bad first touch, but it gets cleared behind as a corner kick to West Ham. Good ball, Wan-Bissaka. Good run, Magasa, just a bad first touch. He's got a corner, though. Hopefully Bowen can whip in another one of those tasty ones. That's been by far our biggest threat. Jared Bowen's corners. Got another one coming up here. It's Bowen. In it comes. It's headed away by Senesi, but not far enough. Somerville picks it up on the left-hand side. All the players are still in the box. Somerville, one-on-one with Adley. Twists, he turns. Jimenez goes over there, and it's good defending by the Bournemouth right back just to back up his man. Nick the ball off Somerville, but Fernandez does really well. Somerville's on overlap. It's Fernandez, but it's wide. Goal kick to Bournemouth. Good play, Fernandez. Just pounced on that ball by Krupi. Somerville made a good run, just stopped Adams closing Fernandez down, gave him the opportunity to have a shot. It's a poor effort, plenty of power on it, but it's well wide of the goal. And Tati's done really well here, closing downhill from Bournemouth's goal kick. Oh, he thought Somerville was going to continue his run, but he didn't. Adams picks up and he goes long, and Bournemouth just look really lacking any adventure or cutting edge today. WHUFC picks it up. They're not playing well, Bournemouth. There's a real opportunity for us to try and win this game, and I think this is where maybe get Wilson on for Souček and really just go for it. Really put it on them. Bournemouth are away to make subs now. David Brooks is getting ready to come on, so they are now rolling the dice. And I think we've got to as well. We've got to go try and win this. They're thinking we need to win this, and they're right to. They're in a European race. Ryan Christie also coming on. So 2 subs for Bournemouth getting ready as Fernandez plays in the free kick. Mavropanos heads it in. Souček, Disasi headed away by Hill. Swept out to Hyan, up against Fernandez. He skips past Fernandez. Tate's not going to catch him. He's too quick. Good chance here for Bournemouth. Hyan running in. He's cutting in on his left foot. Hyan! Oh, it's hit the post and gone wide. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. He just picked the ball up in his own half. Skips past Fernandez. Too quick for Tate. There's a big gap between Mavropanos and WHUFC, so he just runs into it. Curls it with his left foot into that far corner and just clips the outside of the post, and it's a goal kick for West Ham. But a big warning for us. It's been quite comfortable for us so far. 63 minutes has been quite comfortable, but it just goes to remind you that they've got players that can really just do something. Hermansen goes out to Wan-Bissaka with a goal kick. He brings it down. He's shrugged off Adley. Goes down the right-hand side. Bowen flicks it on for Tate, but he's not going to get there. Hill goes back to his goalkeeper. And he goes long. Out towards Hyan, but he flicks it on, but Disasi will get there before Evan Nielsen. And he goes down, and the linesman's not giving us that free kick. Disasi's not happy with that. He feels he's been pushed, but the linesman's given the throw into Bournemouth. Do you know what? I can see why the linesman's not giving that. There is one hand on Disasi, but I don't think he pushes him. I don't think it's enough. Needs to be stronger there, Disasi. And Cooper Jr.'s turn. Mavropanos gives it to Evan Nielsen. Good tackle, Magassa. My man of the match so far. Fernandez picks up the ball, gives it to Magassa. Somerville's on the move. Magassa's trying to break with it himself. Gives it to WHUFC. Back to Fernandez. As Brooks and Christie are now ready to come on for Bournemouth. Fernandez goes long, looking for Tate. Oh, he didn't need to do that. And Tate's trying to pluck it out there. I don't think Tate needed to do that. I thought Tate had an extra stride in him. Maybe not, but I just feel like Tate could have ran and let it bounce. Maybe not. I'm worried now. I don't like it when another team makes subs before us. Let's see who's going off for Bournemouth. Tyler Adams going off and Adley going off. So Brooks will come on. And he looks like he's going to go straight over to the left-hand side, and then Ryan Christie's going to come on into the middle of the pitch to play alongside Alex Scott. One of my favourite players, Ryan Christie, for obvious reasons. Think he's underrated in my opinion, but he's come on. He's certainly going to add energy to the middle of the pitch. Petrovic goes long, looking for Hyan. WHUFC beats him in the air again. Bowen flicks it towards Souček. It's been cleared by Senesi. High ball forward. Hyan and WHUFC go up for it. WHUFC wins it again. He's been brilliant. I think WHUFC's been absolutely brilliant. It's a nice little ball by him for Tate, and it's a great tackle by Hill. Tate got there first, but it's a superb challenge by the Bournemouth centre-back. Not for the first time. He's just timed it to perfection there. Maybe a little bit much on the ball by WHUFC, but considering where he played it from, I don't think I can be too picky. Don't know what happened from the throw-in, but ended up in Petrovic's hands, and Bournemouth have come down the left, but Wan-Bissaka intercepts it easily enough. Gives it to Fernandez, who's just dropped into a right-back position to pick the ball up from Wan-Bissaka. Gives it back to the original right back, who found Souček, but his flick came to nothing. Good tackle, Fernandez. Bowen picks it up. The giant Bowen, he's passing this side, but too fair with good covering. And he clears it, but Senesi keeps it in and gives it to Krupi Jr., but Wan-Bissaka's putting him under pressure. Fernandez makes a challenge. So getting a bit scrappy out there again. It's been like this quite often in the game where it gets very dense and it's just ping-pong between players for a few moments. As Fernandez and Christie go in for it, but the Bournemouth midfielder wins it. Releases Brooks on the left-hand side. It's 4-on-4 here for Bournemouth. Brooks is running at Mavropanos. Gets his shot away. Deflected by the Greek centre-back. Corner kick to Bournemouth. 67 minutes on the clock here. Still no subs from West Ham. There's just so little on the bench, isn't there? It's got to... Souček for Wilson. It feels like the obvious move. But it feels like the only move. Who else did he bring on? Walker-Peters, not really. Wan-Bissaka and Diouf, I think, are playing well. The centre-backs, no. Kante, for who? Magassa and Fernandez, no. Adama, and it comes from the corner from Alex Scott. Bowen heads it behind. Another corner kick from Bournemouth. Bring Adama, but for who? Bowen? I mean, Diouf's pulling Senesi's shirt there, so a bit of a stupid thing to do, but the ball's not in play. We'll carry on. What game was it? The Man City game where it was a blatant penalty, but because the ball wasn't in play, they couldn't give it. Anyway, and it comes from Alex Scott. It's a good one. Headed away by Wan-Bissaka, but only as far as Brooks. Blocked by Magassa. Krupi Jr. picks it up. Wan-Bissaka's done well. In by Senesi. Away by Souček. Bowen. Bad header by Bowen. And Senesi will get the shot away and it'll fall to Matt Manson, who releases it really quickly, looking for the runner Somerville. But Jimenez does really well to get his head on that. And Brooks picks it up. He goes past Diouf. He's behind Diouf now, but the left back gets back to have a second go at defending. Brooks has done well, gets his cross in. Hermansen claims it. 68 minutes, 69 minutes gone now. Still 0-0. Hermansen rolls out to Fernandez. I have to say, I do really like Hermansen's distribution. I appreciate I am a biased Hermansen, I get it, but I do think his distribution is 10 times better than Areola's. Fernandez comes forward, gives it to Souček. Bowen on the overlap, receives it from the Czech midfielder. He's not sure what to do here, Bowen. He just takes on Brooks and Trufer. He's found a bit of space here, puts it in. It's Tate! Oh! Tate with overhead kick. He's tried a few of them at West Ham, hasn't he? Tate's tried a few overhead kicks and spinning half volleys. Overhead kicking. It doesn't look far away from that angle. The other one might tell us different. Hits him on the shin, but he certainly gets the power behind it. And he's got cramp. Callum Wilson coming on. Let's see who he brings off. Is he going to bring off Tate? And it's a like for like, or is he going to bring off Souček and go a bit more 4-4-2 and really try and go for it? Tate cramping up's probably going to maybe sway things here. It looks like cramp, but Mark Robson just giving Wilson some instructions. Oh, it's a bad ball. Bowen's picked up. It's Jared Bowen running at Senesi. He takes him on. It's just Jared Bowen puts it across to Souček. Blocked by the Bournemouth defence. Bowen cuts it back from Magassa. Oh, for fuck's sake. Jesus. Well, I'll tell you what. If Magassa was the one with the gun, Tupac would still be alive today. That was a dreadful effort. Might have just... Oh, he's taking Souček off. Souček's gone off for Callum Wilson. He's getting a standing ovation from the Bournemouth fans, Callum Wilson. But I'll tell you what, I'm not against this substitution here. As Hill goes long, Bournemouth's defence have made a couple of mistakes as well, playing out from the back. So Juve and Mavropanos sort of bumping into each other there, but we've got away with it. Mavropanos finds Fernandez, who gives it to Magassa, into Jared Bowen. We've now got Wilson up front with Tati, so hopefully we can get the ball to stick up there. Fernandez, the game's opening up. We are playing better in the last 5 minutes. He looks for Somerville. Jimenez does really well, frustratingly, just stops it. Finding the feet of Somerville as Alex Scott comes away with it. The game is definitely opening up here. I'll be surprised if this finishes 0-0. The problem is, I'm just not sure who it is that scores. Alex Scott looks for Evan Nielsen. The defence is confident he's offside, and the linesman puts the flag up, and Evan Nielsen's offside. Here we go. 20 minutes to go, all in. Just over 20 minutes, including stoppage time. Can we get a winner? We're probably going to need to. If we do win, as a reminder, if we do get 3 points, we've got equal points with Nottingham Forest. If we were to win by a goal and they were to lose by 2 tomorrow, we would actually come out the relegation zone. A lot to play for this weekend. Mavropanos travels forward with the ball. He goes long to no one. Poor ball. Senesi heads it down. Bowen picks it up. He's seen the ball a lot more in this half, Bowen. In the last 10 minutes, I think Bowen's seen a lot more of the ball. But Alex Scott does really well. Gives it to David Brooks. And Bournemouth are coming forward in numbers here. Gives it to Krupi. Lets it run to Hyan! Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Juve. Fantastic block. Absolute brilliant block. That looked dangerous. The ball, Krupi just leaves it, and Hyan just takes a touch, and Juve just slides and prays, and he blocks it, puts it out for a corner kick. Great defending. I'm telling you. He's having a good game, Juve. I reserve the right to change my mind. This game is open now. This is two teams are wanting to win this game. This is two teams that want to get 3 points. The problem is Bournemouth can afford to risk it all. We're going to have to, but we can't afford to lose it. Scott, corner comes in from their left-hand side. Punched away by Hermansen. Trufer brings it down. Has a shot blocked by Mavropanos. And then Hermansen gathers up the ball that got played back into the area. He tries to release it quickly. And he still does, in fairness, to Juve in a left-back position. Magassa wants it. Gets it. Second half, both teams have had 5 shots each. We've had double the amount of touches in the opposition box, though. As Somerville's just wiggling around the board. He's pissed off. Somerville is pissed off. Lack of options. He's looking at Callum Wilson, waving his arms at everyone, really. Juve whips in the cross. It's Wilson! Oh, fuck. What a save. Fuck off. Fuck. It was such a good touch by Callum Wilson as well. The ball in by Juve at the front post, and Wilson's run's really good. It's a good run by Callum Wilson. He just gets the touch. But Petrovic, he's diving towards his goal. And he does really well to keep it out. Ow, piss. I thought that was in. Fuck. I thought that was in. Someone's just had a shot from distance here. It was Wilson again on the half volley, on the spin. Got it all wrong, but that, wow, piss. Come on. Petrovic goes long with a goal kick. 15 minutes of normal time to go at the London Stadium. Juve just volleys it back down the middle of the pitch. But we've got 2 strikers now. As Tati lets it bounce, and Wilson's trying to put him under pressure. But the referee's giving a free kick against Tati. So it's a free kick to the Cherries just on the edge of their own box. Alex Scott breaks away. 1-on-1 with Magassa. Gives out to Hyan up against Juve. Looks for Cooper Jr. Lays off for Scott. Saved by Hermansen. We need to just be Careful here. We just need to be careful. Somerville gives it to Magassa, gets it back. This game is open. There's a winner coming here. Somerville, one-on-one with Hill. Goes past Hill. Cross is deflected, but Wilson brings it down. Back to Somerville. He'll shoot. Deflected. Oh, onto the roof of the net. Fucking hell. Come on, we can win this. We can win this. It's got to be a Callum Wilson winner, hasn't it? It's got to be. It's destiny. Some things in football are just meant to be. Somerville's going out to take the corner, so we've got to change the corner kick taker. Usually it's Fernandez from the left, but it's going to be Somerville on this occasion. And it comes. It's a good one. It's fuck. How's that not going to? Jesus. How are we not scored? Another great corner. Another great corner. And it's Disasi, but you just can't quite. He doesn't get anything on it. Wilson's the one that heads it. And we've got another corner here. Somerville again. In it comes. It's a great one. Petrovic gets his fist on it. Our corners have been brilliant. Bowen, Somerville, they've been absolutely brilliant. They deserve a goal. Wan-Bissaka, what are you doing? He's just swiped at it. Christie gives it to Hyan. Bournemouth are on the attack. A really bad ball by Wan-Bissaka. Unnecessary too. Great defending by Mavropanos. Really, really good. This game is end to end now. There's a goal coming. There is a goal coming. Juve is bombing down this left-hand side. Tati's out there with him. He gives it to Tati. Wilson's in the box. Somerville into Fernandez. Bowen's on the right, but he gives it to Magassa. Out to Juve. We've got to get him crossing it. We've got two strikers in the box now. I just want to see crosses coming in. Disasi goes all the way out to Jared Bowen, who brings it down. Trufer's really close to him. Good defending by the Bournemouth left back. Brooks gives it to Ryan Christie. He's got his head up, but Bowen's chasing him. A good tackle by Jared Bowen. Jimenez picks up the loose ball, though. Brilliant tackle by Juve. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to keep singing the Juve praises tonight, assuming he continues like that. He's been absolutely brilliant. Callum Wilson's on the ball. His cross is blocked by Trufer. A throw into West Ham United. Ten minutes of normal time to go here. Another substitution by Bournemouth as Marcus Tavernier comes on to replace Evan Nielsen. Throw in by Wan-Bissaka into Callum Wilson. Senesi gets something on it though. And Brooks picks it up. Wilson's got him in the corner though. And Brooks clears it. And he does well to find Tavernier. And Bournemouth have another break on. There's not much ahead of him though. He goes past Marcus Mavropanos. He's bearing in on goal here. Marcus Tavernier. I'm getting muddled up with Marcus Tavernier and Mavropanos here. Hyan cuts it back to Scott. Into the stomach of Magassa. And out for a throw into Bournemouth. Tavernier looked dangerous there. He looked dangerous. I'm just waiting at the minute because Magassa went down after getting the ball in the stomach. Long throw by Hill. Headed away by West Ham. Jimenez picks up just inside West Ham half. Senesi on the ball. Gives out to Trufer on the left-hand side. Back to Ryan Christie. Alex Scott currently on the ball for Bournemouth. Everyone back for West Ham. We're quite deep here. It's very congested. Christie gives it to Senesi. Out to Hill. Magassa's running really weird. Where is his right arm gone? I cannot see Magassa's right arm. He's running with one arm. Jimenez puts over the top. Magassa can't run. What's happened? Tavernier brings it down. Still Tavernier, blocked by Mavropanos. And he's given a free kick against Tavernier. Magassa looks dead all of a sudden. Yeah, I agree with what Ziggy's saying. He looks absolutely knackered. We're going to have to take Magassa off. I think he's had a good game. I think he's had a really good game, Magassa. He just looks absolutely knackered. He's given everything. I think Magassa's given everything today. I'm happy with his performance. He's currently laying on the ground inside our own box. He's just got nothing left. And he's going off. Kante is coming on to replace him. The only sub we can do, because of the bench, what else is he meant to do? It's either that or we'll go to a back five. He's forced into doing this sub. Magassa's done. Kante's the only midfielder on the bench. There's little else he can do here. So, Kante on to replace Magassa. Hermansen goes long with the resulting free kick, looking towards Wilson. Away by Scott, but not too far. And Christie heads on further, but Fernandez hooks it towards Jared Bowen, but Trufer volleys it down the pitch. Mavropanos volleys it back in the direction it came from. It's getting a bit scrappy out there. Scott picks up, do a bit of space for him, as Kante will close him down. And referee lets it go. That is a tough tackle by Ryan Christie. Bowen and Trufer battling away. And the referee's giving the free kick against our captain. Free kick to Bournemouth on the halfway line. Over on their left-hand side. 84.5 minutes gone at the London Stadium. 5.5 minutes plus stoppage to go. Into the feet of Tavernier. Back to Alex Scott. He sprays out left where David Brooks is. He's running at Wan-Bissaka. He's got Trufer on the underlap. He uses him. In comes the cross. Headed away by Diouf at that back post. Good defending by our left back. Jimenez will see the ball out for a throw-in. And I suspect we're going to have to wait a minute for Hill to get up the pitch and take this long throw. Hill to take the throw in. 4.5 minutes of normal time to go. In it comes. Head away by Jared Bowen. Scott gets his head on it. Diouf now. Kante just wallops it down the middle of the pitch. Jared Bowen will run after it. Him and Trufer in a race to get there. Jared Bowen will get there. He's just going to keep it in that right-hand side as Wilson and Tate rise. Somerville rise. Bowen sends in the cross. Petrovic gets his fingers on it. Tate picks up on the opposite side of the pitch, though. Tate will cross it now. Blocked by Scott. Tate runs after himself, and he bottled it. Tate expected Jimenez to jump with him, so he did a half-hearted jump and ended up hitting him and going a completely weird direction. But Krupi Jr. picks the ball up here. Kante putting him under pressure. High hands on the ball. He'll run at Diouf once again. Looks for Krupi Jr. Jr. into the hands of Mads Hermansen. Another shot on target for Bournemouth. Another save by Hermansen, who I think has had a good game. Fernandes to Somerville. Back to Juve. 3.5 minutes to go. It feels like we're just a bit tired now, West Ham. We just feel there's not much left in the tank. Some of these players, they've a lot of calls to see Adama coming on for the last few minutes. I get it. Energy, power, just something, because we are looking tired out there currently. And that's a lazy ball that out to Somerville. It's a tired ball out to Somerville. Easily intercepted. Bournemouth come. But then it's a tired ball by Hyan to Christie. Kante intercepts it. He comes forward. This is what he does. He shrugs off Ryan Christie. Jared Bowen tatties out the back post. The Bowen can find him. He gives it to Somerville instead. But it's not great. Somerville wins it back. Gives it to Callum Wilson. He gives it back to Somerville. Blocked by Jimenez, and it's a corner. And that pass just wasn't... Just not... It had to be perfect. It had to be perfect. The ball got sort of stuck under Callum Wilson's feet. And then it got really stuck under Somerville's feet. Unlucky. It's unlucky. The pass from Wilson is just not even half a yard short. It's just a little short. 88 minutes gone. We've been good at corners. Come on. We're going to have to get something. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to try and nick a winner here. Some people will feel it's deserved. We've played well today. Bournemouth have done okay as well. It's not been a bad game of football for 0-0 in my opinion. Krupi Jr. goes off. He is replaced by Unal. Oh, for fuck's sake, not him. We've seen him enough, haven't we? We do not need to see him again. Alex Jimenez also going off as he's replaced by Adam Smith at right back. Smudge. I think that's his name. Smudge. Jared Bowen takes the corner. On the West Ham right-hand side. In swinger from Jared Bowen. In it comes from Bowen. It's another good one by Bowen. Petrovic is flapping. And it goes out for a corner kick to West Ham on the opposite side. The referee's no longer giving weak free kicks for the goalkeeper. There's no one on him. What are you doing, man? He's just flapping around. Corner kick. Now on the other side of the pitch. I assume it's Somerville to take it again. His last couple of corners were really good too. And it comes from Somerville. Headed away by Unal. Juve heads it back into the box, but Petrovic picks it up. And he looks to spring a counter-attack with a long throw out to Tavernier. Fernandes is back defending. We've got the bodies back. We've got much more players back than Bournemouth have got forward, thankfully. Chufer gets it. Into Ryan Christie. He goes back. He's now back with Senesi. Everyone back for West Ham. 30 seconds of normal time to go at the London Stadium in whatever stoppage time we get. I'd imagine we're going to get maybe 4 or 5 minutes. I don't see why there'd been much more than that. We had a brief stoppage from Agassa. That's it. Some subs. There's been no goal. No VAR. Shouldn't be too much minutes. 5 minutes maybe at the most. Senesi gives it into Ryan Christie. And Fernandes tries... Is bad control by Fernandes. Christie picks up, looks for the run of Hyan, who's over on the left-hand side now, but Wan-Bissaka picks it up well. There's 6 minutes of stoppage time added on. We're into the 6 minutes now. He goes long, looking for Callum Wilson. Petrovic comes out and clears it. Christie brings it down really well, but Fernandes puts in a tackle. Much better from Fernandes. And he wins a throw-in. He takes it quickly for Jared Bowen. But it's not a great throw-in. But Kante picks it up eventually into Somerville. But it's not a good pass. It's still a little bit scruffy out there. Wan-Bissaka brings it down. Fernandes. 5.5 minutes to go to London Stadium. He goes long, looking for the run of Tati. Oh, for fuck's sake. Not a bad run, not a bad ball. And Tati's conceded the free kick here. That was a good ball by Fernandes. It was a really good run by Tati. He's onside as well. It's just, the ball just skiffed as he went to control it. It's hit the deck and it's a slippy surface. And it's just got away from him. Good play by those two until that first touch from Tati was required. Frustrating. Anyway, 6 minutes of stoppage time. We're 1 minute into it. 5 minutes to go. Bournemouth got a free kick. It's a draw. It doesn't really suit either team here. Bournemouth will see us dropping points against a team in the bottom 3 when they're trying to get European football, and we obviously need to win for obvious reasons. What's this ref doing? Oh, he's offside. That's all right. I thought he was giving a free kick against Fernandez, but he's giving a free kick for offside. What's going on here? Right, so he was offside. I think our players are complaining there's a free kick against us, but it's not. It's actually a free kick for us because he was offside. But I don't think they realised it. Hermansen will take the free kick. 2 minutes of stoppage time gone. 4 to go. Minimum. Hermansen will go long. Come on. I just can't see it. I'm surprised it's finishing 0-0. It's quite an end-to-end game. It's quite an open game. And now Callum Wilson's offside now. And that's just really poor by Callum Wilson. Really, really poor. There's no need to be offside there. Scott dribbles out from the back with it. Hill back to Petrovic. Fernandez, great tackle. I'd be saying to Nuno, where's Adama? I'm not a big fan of Adama, right? But this is the player that Nuno wanted. Nuno was adamant he wanted Adama Traore. He got sacked because he didn't get him at Nottingham Forest. And it's the 4th game, and he's not come on. It's 0-0. The winger that you really wanted, you've got him, and you're not playing him. So I'd be saying to Nuno, why are you not playing him? If it's because you don't think he's good enough, then what do we go get him for? Bowen comes forward with the ball. He's lost it. Again, I thought he was working hard and doing okay in the first half, Bowen, but he's not been very good, has he? I was generous saying he's been okay. If we had options, we'd maybe... See, one of my friends who doesn't support West Ham, one of my friends is convinced Bowen will be with us in the Championship because he's not good enough for a big money move in the Premier League, and it's hard to disagree. It's hard to say that he's chatting nonsense. I think he would go, but I get what he's suggesting. And it comes from long free kick. David Brooke goes long into our box. Panos gets his head on. It's a good clearance. Somerville picks up. Come on. 2 minutes to go. Somerville running at the Bournemouth defence at last. This is what we want to see. Juice getting up to support him on the overlap. It's Somerville. He looks for Tati. Involves the giant. Bowen! Oh, for pen! Pen! That's got to be a pen. That's got to be a pen. You can't be that late. I hate this bullshit. If that's anywhere else in the middle of the pitch, that's a free kick, right? This is where I want to see our players surround the referee. Bowen's doing his bit, which is I'm injured. It's got to be a pen. See, the thing is, right, this is where... Who was it? We conceded a penalty. We conceded a penalty not long ago. Who was it? Someone had a shot, our player slid in and clattered the player, and it was a pen. Who was it? Who was it we were playing? Someone took a shot and they gave it as a foul because of the offence that was committed after the shot was taken. I can't remember who it was. It's bullshit. I can't remember what game it was. Someone in the live chat will remember. We conceded a penalty. Who did we concede 2 pens? Brighton. We conceded 2 pens in that game, didn't we? Paqueta did the other one. Someone had a shot, then there was a foul, and the referee went, pen! Where's the consistency? There's no consistency in the Premier League. It's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Long throw by Hill, headed away by Juve, full time. Full time. 0-0. Fuck. Nil. Missed opportunity. Really, really big opportunity, that one. Bournemouth weren't great. We weren't great. I think we were maybe the better team slightly. Was it enough to deserve 3 points? Probably not. But if we were mid-table in the league, right, if we were 10, we'd be okay with that. But we ain't. We're 18. We had to win. We had to win that. We had to win. If Nottingham Forest lose tomorrow, okay, we've gained a point on them. But if it swings around by it's a Nottingham Forest win, we're 5 points behind them. That's another winnable fixture gone. We're running out. This is why I think we'll go down. This is why I keep saying why I think we'll go down. We're running out of games. Some good performances out there from West Ham. The players gave everything. I've got absolutely no issues with the work rate of the players tonight. Just not good enough. And also the bench. The bench, look at it. The bench is scrolling along the bottom of your screen right now. Look at it. That is not good enough for the Premier League. It's not good enough. Frustrating. I thought we'd draw, but that's why I'm frustrated, because I felt like we could have won that. Anyway, I'm going to be live with my match review. I'm going to be live with my match review discussing a 0-0. But I've got a good few things to say about it. Thank you, Bob. So I think the swinging odds of us staying up is massive in this game. I'd say draw, and we're about 10%. Win, we're 40-50. And I think that's exactly what that's a really good point. Really, really good point. Frustrating, isn't it? Really, really frustrating. Ironix saying we've got 11 games calm. I am actually calm. I'm just frustrated. Thought we could have won that game. That's all. Frustrated. Anyway, I'll be live in a few minutes. If you don't mind sticking around for the review, I'd appreciate it. I'll catch you in a minute.